man.
Guide hold.
I gotta be honest, fucking my Dragon Age playlist slaps.
Yeah, Skyhold.
Also, it never expects me to get the episode right again. I was looking at the thing from earlier of 28, ghosting
Darkspawn? Yeah.
Dark Spot. I saw that. That's the only reason I knew.
Oh yeah.
Just ghosted the Darkspawn, brother. So, anywho, huh? Eric, you've been awfully quiet.
Don't got nothing to say.
Oh, okay. How you doing? You okay? You good?
Yeah.
Yeah. Alright.
You know what? Same.
Felt, honestly. Excellent. So, picking up where we left off last session, escaping from the city of Cumberland, you guys headed to the Sunbarrow Cave in search of some magical herbs that you had picked up a writ for previously, and decided just to do something on your own or for yourself for a few days. Making your way there, you encountered a few drakes, and a peculiar dwarven man webbed to a wall. He asked you to get him down and asked you to help him find his companions who had left him there, because, well, that's apparently what they do. Just judging from later interactions, you made your way into a large cavern and came face to face with a strange, massive spider that seemed to have an affinity for ice and frost, and had a numerous amount of swarms. You saved this dwarf's companions, whose name is Kieran, I just remembered, and defeated the spider, and was asked to accompany them down through this dwarven doorway to find your herbs, because they were apparently behind this door, and to perhaps uncover lost riches or secrets of a long forgotten dwarven city. Finnan felt the presence of Darkspawn and said, "Nah," and you guys left. Not before Doran stole the man's dagger right off his fucking body. Just yoinked it. With that, you guys made your way out of Sunbarrow Cave. And back onto the main Imperial Highway, presumably making your way towards the Silent Plain.
Right? Yeah. It's about to get hotter? Yeah.
So
Thank goodness.
That is where we'll pick up today's session. Also, really quickly, some weird shit's going on with Verlin, so that's fun.
Oh yeah.
Nice. Love that, don't we?
Mm-hmm. Absolutely, I do. So
we're on feet. We're walking on foot, right?
Yes, you are walking on foot.
Oh my god.
What do you guys wish to do as we pick up the session as you're making your way north?
Are we near any... Would I know if we're near any village or something that we could, like, procure a cart in?
Roll a survival check. Yeah.
Sure. Why not? That's a 6.
6.
Wow, you're really
Uh,
your bad luck is spreading.
I mean, nothing. Not that you are aware of, Serrano.
We're outside the cave right now, right?
Yeah, you guys are back on the road, kind of making your way in that direction. You still have a good, like half a day of travel with sunlight left, so.
Sure, I might as well just keep going. Is Doran flipping that new dagger?
I'm assuming.
Yeah, he seems to be currently attempting to get its weight correct because he's basically flipping between the hilt of it and the blade of it. He's semi juggling it, but very hesitantly. He's basically trying to get the weight of it correct.
Are there any? If I step closer to him as he's doing it, can I see any like markings on the dagger? Any indication of what
Origin?
organization they are a part of, or is it just like a custom personal dagger?
Sure, make an investigation check.
I don't know why I talk, man. 11.
11's not bad. 11's respectable.
Respectable. Okay.
Shut up, Leo. No one asked you.
I love you too.
11. You definitely see markings on it that kind of give you the impression that it is, as far as like runes and enchantments goes, it's a pretty strong dagger. I mean, it's a dagger, but it packs a little extra oomph. But you don't really see any telltale signs of what the organization could have been.
You think it was a good idea to take that?
Well, hopefully I'll never meet him again. Big world. I've never met him before. I always do assume I will.
True.
Especially if he's gonna go die to some darkspawn.
All right. Anyway, have you ever been up north? The direction we're going now.
No, I've never went that far north. Honestly, this is the furthest north I've been.
Wow. I figured we shouldn't keep traveling on foot.
What are you suggesting then? You're not
Need to
about to
find-
throw out rings, right?
We need to find transportation somehow.
I could get Noctis out.
No.
No? Well,
I will say traveling on foot is inconspicuous.
Cars just get in the way.
I suppose.
Is Lane really
Reliable.
low? Is Lane really low for anyone else, or is it just me?
yes, she is.
Yeah.
She's
very
always
low.
really low.
And I pushed her. I went to see she's at 200% for me.
I'm sorry, I'll just yell.
Thank you.
I would like to cast Hunter's Mark.
I would like to cast Hunter's Mark, please. All right. Sorry, I'll try and be more. I try.
Say it with your chest.
Just be more. That's all you gotta do is be more.
Just be more.
Oh,
Just be
jeez.
best.
She
Oh my
already is more. She already is best.
God.
Ooh, boo.
Ooh, very.
That's all the simping you get on stream. Sorry.
More, baby.
Who has been over here? I would say probably Cassian. Yeah, maybe Sin as well. Cassian and Sin, both of you guys make survival checks.
Okay. With my -1, it's gonna be beautiful. 2! Wow. We're so great here, Hazel. We're great.
Feeling so good right now.
I'm
You
feeling
can
so
roll.
no
happy.
idea.
The doctor gives you a mint. You can roll a d4.
Fuck
Oh,
off.
Okay.
well, let Isen roll a d4.
10.
Big 10.
10. Okay.
It's great.
All right. Okay. All right. Okay. 10. Yeah, okay.
You're really gonna have to force some things here.
Oh, yeah, okay.
I'm not gonna force anything. I'm leaving it a chance. So, where you guys are, the sun broke. Day's travel. You guys haven't rested from Cumberland to Sunbarrow Cave, right? Like it was just
Nope.
a single
Yes,
day
we
of
did.
travel.
We
We had a
did.
we
long
did.
rest. We had a
We,
long
we
rest.
did a long rest.
Oh,
That's
we
right.
We
did?
did a watch and everything.
You did. That's
Yeah.
right.
Oh, yeah, that's,
That's
true.
right.
Then I have to reset everything because I
Yeah.
didn't.
Well, not now. You had a fight.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
we had
you haven't
several
rested
fights.
since the fight.
Oh,
No.
we haven't rested since the fight. Okay, then
Correct.
We got out of Cumberland. It was night. We slept and then made to the cave. And
That's
then we
right.
had fights in the
Right.
cave, and now we're here.
Yes.
We did have a short rest after we killed the spider.
Yes, we
You
yeah,
did.
we
did.
did.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
did.
But he
yeah.
was asking about Cumberland, not about.
Yeah,
Oh,
that is
afterwards.
correct. Okay. So yeah, about how much time of travel you guys have left is correct from what I remembered. I will say this, Isen, through your travels, you know, sadly not in the direction you're going, a little ways west on the Imperial Highway, probably about, 3-ish hours on foot, is the Swift Hunt Lodge, and it is a, like a, basically like a rest area, like a massive inn and tavern, like this just massive lodge for hunters and travelers, where you can also procure like carts and horses and things of that nature. Food. There's even a small blacksmith there that can like make you armor and weapons and stuff like that. Because of how spaced out many things in Thetis are, there are a number of these lodges dotted throughout, both this part of northern Thetis and southern parts as well.
Mm-hmm. We're still geographically
Good, I
below,
guess.
below Cumberland, right?
You're parallel with Cumberland.
Okay, all right.
You're just west of Cumberland.
Yeah, so if we wanted to go back onto the highway and walk a while, we could get to a place to stay.
Just a sec.
I think we should just head for it.
Yeah, fuck it, right?
Yeah.
And,
Who cares?
and who knows? Perhaps along the way we'll run into a traveling merchant caravan. We might get lucky. Fingers crossed.
Let's hope.
I'm sorry. So are you guys heading west to the Swift Hunt Lodge, or are you just gonna keep pushing in the direction
Let's
you want it
let's fucking 100% just travel. No rest. No, we're gonna find the highway.
Okay. Well, the highway is easy enough to find. You just head north, and it's just the massive, like main thoroughfare that just cuts through the land in many parts of the world.
Mhm.
And once you get there, you can see a few people kind of on horseback, just some going east, some going west. Don't really pay you any mind, just like traveling people and perhaps like farmers or sell swords or mercenaries, that sort of thing.
None of the guards of Cumberland that we can see.
Now that you can see, no.
All right. Yep. We'll just head in the direction of the Silent Plains. The Imperial Highway does not cut through the Silent Plains. At some point, we're gonna have to get off, right?
Well, technically it does, but it's so obscured and hidden
It's
that
ruined.
it's hard to it's hard to
Yeah.
to see.
So, remind me what our mission in the Silent Plains was precise.
Black Herald activity in the plains.
Black Herald.
Supposedly.
Okay, I just have to find it. Investigate.
Yeah. The
And
harder
then-
mission is in the Tirishon because there's supposedly some artifact that the Black Herald want there. Yeah, 2 main quests. I'm gonna do the closest one first. RPG rules.
Nice.
Mm-hmm. And do the closest one first. Is Verlin still on Cassian's shoulders?
Oh yeah, he was. I was. Well, I think if we'd been walking for a while, I would have given him back to his son. I was just to give her some time to breathe. That's why I took Verlin. You know, like when you see a mom who wants just like, I want 10 minutes for myself, and you take the kids and play with them, so the mom can have 10 minutes
So
for
sweet.
herself.
So sweet of you.
So yeah, Verlin's off of Eason's. Well, Verlin's
Yeah.
excuse me, Verlin's off Cassian's shoulders.
Yeah, it was more to leave because we've been going on for a while. That would have been exhausting. So
How's he doing? How he doing?
He's doing bad. I could answer that
Verlin?
for you.
How he doing?
Roll an insight check.
How he doing? Let's see. How he doing? 26.
26. He's young. He's a child. So he, children, even from trauma, kind of bounce back really quickly.
Wait, we brought a child to a deadly adventure?
I am
no.
so close. I am
Eric.
going to go find a tall building.
Not that hard to find where she lives.
No, it
Yeah.
really isn't.
And place
You-
the child in daycare on the top floor.
As you're looking at him, like children, they bounce back quickly. Reading like his body language and stuff, he's definitely like he's confused. And you see like his face, like there's something in his eyes where he's just. It almost looks like he's like half conscious, like there's something else going on with him that is just silent.
Is Eason carrying him or is he walking alongside us?
I'm assuming he's walking, just kind of like holding her hand.
Can I come up on the other side and just tap him on his shoulder to get his attention?
Yeah, as you tap him on his shoulder, he blinks a few times, almost like he's coming out of like a daydream. He kind of looks up at you. Yeah?
Remember when you burned those curtains?
Yeah, of course.
Was that the first time you cast that spell?
No, Isin taught me a good bit of magic for a while. I've been practicing it for a little bit.
Would you say you have an affinity towards fire magic, like he said?
Oh, no. I can't control it like she does.
You haven't found your niche as a mage yet.
Well, that's not entirely true. I'm really good with spiritual magic.
Ah,
It was kind of a gift
good.
when I was born.
Good to know. Spirit magic is very useful for healing, for protection.
I helped Sen teach Finnan how to heal.
Did you know that apparently your ancestors were able to conjure spirit blades?
Wow.
All they needed was a hilt, powered with enchantments, and through it they can channel their spirit energy.
I don't think we got to that story in our village. That sounds pretty impressive. You think I can do something like
Yes.
that?
Why not? The Emerald Knights of the Dales used to do it. If you can, if they could, you can as well.
You know a lot about my
So-
people.
I read a lot as a kid.
That's pretty impressive. Most outsiders don't. Except, you
Well.
know, those who want to appropriate our things.
Yes, it is sad.
That's
Even the Chantry has taken that technique for themselves.
you can see as he says that he kind of looks at Cassian.
Yeah.
But there's this
felt it.
there's this like strangeness to where like appropriate. That's a big word for a child.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Doran
Mm.
seems confused by the word because he is listening.
I felt his eyes upon me as I walk. Tim, when I did my fate sense, and I sensed what I sensed, did I sense it coming from him or some external force
Around him.
around him, but not him, like not from his magic, was around him, like
Mm-hmm.
okay. Mm-hmm. While they're doing that, I'm gonna approach Isin quietly. Well, quietly.
Well-
I am not quiet at all.
Yeah, like he's holding Eason's hand while he's having this conversation.
Oh, okay, okay.
with
So
Serana.
They're
I'm
right
not
next to each other.
gonna do
Ethan's
that.
hearing
Yeah.
everything. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And she looks at him too, like, when the fuck did you
I'll tell you that word.
Because it sure as shit wasn't me.
Yeah. So I'm just gonna keep having a conversation with him about just what type of magic he would like to learn. Just trying to get as technical with him as possible. Try to like take his head off like the real, traumatic shit that's been happening.
Yeah.
Just,
Okay.
just be like, I'll just go to him and say, the one thing you must never do, because Cassian is a moron, is blood magic. There is nothing good from it. He can do it because he's an idiot and it doesn't affect him. But you are a good boy, and blood magic just doesn't suit you.
Yeah, alright. No, I never really wanted to even try to attempt blood magic. That always seemed a bit iffy.
Yes. Whatever you do, don't copy Cassian.
No, yeah, definitely not. Gonna do that.
If there's a life lesson to learn anywhere, it's that.
The burn. It's weird. My ears burn all of a sudden. I don't know why.
You just sneeze in the back.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'll just keep having that tiny conversation with him as we walk.
Okay.
Try to distract him.
Alright. Eventually, because there isn't much daylight left after several hours of travel, you guys reach a point where the sun is beginning to set, and it is roughly time to find a place to set up camp for the evening.
Yeah. As we are, like, when we set up camp, if I see Zen alone without Verlin, I would approach her.
I don't know. He said, do you let Verlin like out of your sight?
Maybe
Out of
she's
my
ca-
sight is bold. Away from 5 feet of me is correct.
Okay.
Like,
He
maybe-
goes to go sit on the
maybe-
other side of
yeah.
the camp and go do
Yeah,
something. And I'm like,
maybe
I'm
he's
just gonna
with
stand in
Serana.
the
Tents and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Or playing with
The other
Sala.
the others can babysit.
Yeah,
It's
we
fine.
have
Yeah.
3 dogs now.
Yeah.
He's fine.
That's
He's
true.
It's
fine.
fine.
Definitely.
Both the Doran's dogs, by the way, I don't know if I mentioned it to them with the others, very friendly specifically to I've got the Verlin to Verlin compared to the people. They're alright with the people. They seem to actually want to kind of play with Verlin.
Verlin is
Aw.
not
Go
a
with
person.
kids. They go with kids.
I'm joking. I'm pulling your leg. Yeah, I'll sit down next to Hazel. Oh, Hazel.
Next to
God,
Hazel, huh?
Next to Sen.
Hee is me.
Hey, I'm gonna sit down next to Sen and say, so I don't really want to know the story of a kid, but I thought maybe you would like to know. You know, we were hit by fire and he came out unscathed, right? So that
Course.
caused, yeah, that caused me to try and figure out. I do some spirit magic myself. They are two sides of the same coin, sort of. There is some strange thing going on with your child. There is an aura of, like, a veil almost surrounding him that doesn't come from him. It's forming some sort of like a bubble around him that is making sure he doesn't get harmed. At first, I thought it would be something that he did because I know he, healed and taught Venom how to heal, so spirit magic, but it's not. There's something keeping your child from harm and creating this sort of veil around him.
That's that's a lot. How did you see this? You said.
One of the things that I've learned how to do is to close my eyes and sense for, things like spirits, demons, undead, if they're around me, and I can also sense if there's some, like, this sort of spiritual veil, protective magic in a place, or I sensed it around your child.
Sure. Huh. And she's gonna wave her hand, and is gonna cast Detect Magic. Which I still have prepared. Do I see it?
Sorry, I was chewing.
That is so okay. I'm so sorry.
No, you're good. As you cast Detect Magic, and you look towards Verlin, you do in fact see it. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll do it fade sense as well.
A very thin veil around him, like this strange, translucent spiritual aura.
I've been to the fade before because I'm a actual, not a southern circle mage, but I am a circle mage into Winter. Does it feel like it's close to what we have, like the veil and the fade that is surrounding him? Like that kind of protectiveness that separates this world from the fade?
Roughly the same, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So you see that now, and it's, how our world is separated from the fade by a veil, right? And that is what keeps the demons and the spirits from crossing over, because, otherwise they would probably control everything. That is how it feels like to me, like this protective barrier that separates your child from harm, as if this world is separated from the fade by the veil.
Huh. She looks really deep in thought for a moment. And then reaches into her pocket and starts to run her hand over the link. Thank you for bringing it to my attention.
Yeah, thought you would like to know, and it's not coming from him, which is what concerned me. As, I might be who I am. I don't apologize for who I am, but I care about people's well-being, regardless of what I do or the choices I make. you all have become friends, although you bully me, I don't mind it, but
Hmm.
I don't want any harm to come to any of you.
Appreciate it.
And if I have to help you keep an eye on your child to make sure that it doesn't come to harm, I will do my best. Just if you need anything. I know a thing or two about spirits and demons.
I gotta figure this out, but I'll let you know if I get to a place where I need help.
Of course. You got a good kid. He's a good kid.
Thank you.
He's gonna smile and just go towards Verlin and just try to ruffle his hair and sit down wherever Serrano is.
Yeah, see the three Mabari just like, you know, doing that like that hop, and, like, get real low thing and like butt wiggle
Yeah.
at Verlin, and he's like laughing to himself.
Yeah, having fun, kid.
Oh yeah, I'm having lots of fun.
So spirit magic user, aren't you?
Huh?
You use spirit magic.
Oh
So
yeah.
healing.
I mean,
That's a
I
very-
try to. Sin doesn't
Is it
like me.
natural?
Is it
Like,
natural?
have you ever done it? Yeah. Like, did you just one day woke up and said, I'm going to heal people, and it just healed people?
I mean, I'm only 10, so that'd be really weird if I did, I guess.
That's true.
Only teen?
But no, I was born this way, I think. I've always had an affinity for it. I don't know what that word
Okay.
means, but our keeper used to say it.
Cassin's gonna hold his hand up and as if he were to cast cure wounds, and the spirit magic is dancing around his fingers. Huh. I know how to do it too. But I had to learn. If you have an affinity for it, that is
Well, I mean, we also train our magic in our village, our clan, but you know,
right.
at least I didn't really get a chance to do that because, you know, well, he just kind of like goes quiet.
And he was like, I know that people are going to tell you not to speak to me because I'm bad and I do bad things, but that's not true.
Oh,
If
I
you need
don't
help-
think you're bad, Mr. Cassian. I think you're just someone from a bad place. I don't think places make people bad. Their actions do, and you haven't done nothing that's bad.
Oh, that, like those words, and you see a visible shift in his demeanor, and the flamboyance is completely gone, and he just genuinely stops and just goes and gives the skid a hug. Thank you. Sometimes the innocence of children is quite refreshing. But what I was trying to say is, whenever you want to ride on my back, just tell me and I'll just put you on my shoulders and we'll ride. And the other thing is, whenever you need help, if you need help, you can count on me. I'm not going to teach you bad things. Don't
Oh,
worry.
I mean, can I be honest with you?
Yeah?
I really liked riding on your little horse thing, cause
Oh my god.
it reminded me of the
Oh.
Holla back home, and I haven't really seen Holla
Right.
in a while.
I can't summon Hallas, but next time Noctis is out, because I sent him back to his place, but next time he's out, we're riding. I'm going to totally allow you to do that, but don't tell your mom.
Oh, I mean, I guess I won't need to, cause she'll see me riding him. He's a
She'll
big
probably
horse.
see you. Yeah, that is true. He is a big flamboyant horse, because why wouldn't he be?
I don't know what that means,
Oh.
but all right.
Whoa! Solus hasn't taught him that word.
Right. It's look at me, and that's what it means. And I'll just give him like a fist bump.
Yeah, he high fives your closed fist.
Yeah, well, then I'll just open a
Wow.
high five when I see he doesn't know what a fist bump is.
That's so white.
All right.
He's a Dalish elf. Give him a break.
I
He's a
know.
Dalish elf.
Word to your mother.
He's Irish. And
Word
then I'll
to
just
your mother.
ruffle his head again and look at the dogs. You're good dogs. You're not gonna bite me, right? Yay, dogs. And I'll just go. Come on, I'm a good person. You don't have to bite me. Come on, I've even helped you. Never mind, dogs. I'm just gonna go and find Saran. Because I helped the dogs with my aura before. They
Yeah,
don't
I
know
know.
it.
Do they not have dogs in the winter?
You know what? We're more cat people.
That
Oh, of
that
course.
tracks. That tracks.
But I'll sit down and like whatever Sarana is, I'll just put my back against hers and just rest there.
Okay.
You know, I'm getting rather good with kids. I think I could be a dad. I would be an awesome, fantastic father. Be great. And just have small talk where she's not responding and it's just Cassian babbling.
That tracks. What you
Sorry,
think?
I was being interrupted.
Yeah, that's what I figured.
No, but I think that's the conversations most of the time that
I don't know.
Cassian talks and she just
I
listens.
thought I didn't hear what you said, so maybe I would have responded. What'd you say?
That he's like he's like leaning against your back like to rest and saying, I'm getting quite good with kids. I would be a fantastic father. And he just keeps on babbling, you know.
Sure. Keep telling yourself that.
Come on, it would be an adorable little kid. Oh,
I suppose.
green eyes, tan skin, brown hair. Oh,
Mm.
I would have to find a very gorgeous mother so I could keep the lineage, you know, like. And he would just babble. And Tharana, like, I feel like their conversations most of the time is just Cassian talking to Tharana listening and pretending to listen. I don't know. But yeah, that's all he will do.
Dorn has, if there are like sparse trees around, yeah, Tim?
What was that?
Are there like sparse trees around the image?
Yeah, absolutely, for sure.
Dorn would have marked a tree and taken some steps away and is currently practicing throwing the new knife for a bit to get its balance in
Nice.
order.
Make an attack roll.
I can do this. Do, do, do. 13.
13. I mean, yeah, AC of a tree is like 10. It's a tree. You throw the dagger. It goes tip over hilt and then sinks into the wood. And you just watch as it just digs like a good 2-3 inches into the wood, and just stays firm within it. Solid dagger.
What dagger? He'd keep practicing it just because he's used the same style of knife for the past several years. This is different. He's just,
Yeah,
RP wise, he's getting used to it.
As you go to walk up to it and grab it, you watch as it vanishes in a puff of steam before reappearing in your hand.
He jumps back and drops it. Incredibly surprised.
Wow.
Cannot believe.
I guess we don't identify things, so that makes sense.
That makes sense.
Do we have any way to identify things?
Yeah, Idicon.
I have
Idicon
does.
I have
Oh,
identified.
But you don't have a
hilarious.
pearl, though.
Yeah, we don't have a pearl. That's true.
Idicon does. Idicon
Oh.
has
Idicon
been
does.
identified
Idicon
stuff
does, yes.
before.
Yes, it did. I'm
You
sorry,
see what you
Anakin.
doing?
I did.
I don't have a
Just-
memory.
Yeah,
so...
no, I'm stupid as shit, so it'd be like that.
Not only do they not have a pearl, they also have zero recollection of any events ever.
Yeah,
Yes.
amazing.
So yeah,
It's just not forgettable.
as you drop it on the ground, you see 2 of the Dwarvish runes are just faintly glowing and undulating before they kind of stop and go back to their normal, faintly glowing visage.
Hesitantly pick it up again. And it's like, looking at it, but like at slightly further than you would like. Normally you put it up close. He's like holding it further away from himself a bit to look at it. What the hell?
Fennon will like lean against the tree he was throwing at. Find something fun.
Yeah, and he'll just chuck it again at the tree that you're standing at.
Yeah. She doesn't flinch.
What are you throwing at it? What are you
The tree
throwing?
again.
Oh, okay.
She's leaning
Yeah.
against the tree. He still just threw it at the tree.
Okay. You throw it. It sinks into the wood, and then reappears in your hand.
He is amazed right now.
Damn. Fuck. Wish my arrows did that. They're a bitch to pick up.
Are you
I-
doing that?
No. No, I am not.
Huh.
It's this. He's like blinked a few times. He's like, I've heard magic messes with people. This isn't going to turn me into a demon or anything, right? I'm not going to get
No.
possessed by holding this.
No,
I wouldn't think so.
you're fine. Now it makes sense why he wanted it back, though.
If
Now it makes
you
sense.
like, I
Now
can...
it makes sense that it was a reward for a Deep Roads adventure.
Wow, wow, wow.
If you like, I can look at and find out the finer details.
It's probably a good idea. You should let him.
He hesitantly hands it over. Like it seems regretful in a way, but he does so.
You ritual for identify. Put the eye drops in my eyes and just take the pearl little handle thing and start analyzing.
All right.
This has been the identify spell.
This has been the identify spell. I actually got to use that meme in the Thursday game
Nice.
when one of the characters used a slightly different version of identify for like more like engineering, like mechanical things.
Nice.
It was pretty fun. It was pretty fun.
It was wonderful. We all laughed.
All right, Elena.
We did!
You don't have to make fun of me. Gosh.
I'm not!
Jeez. Sorry.
Go out there and give me keys.
Don't kiss me.
Oh my god, fuck off.
So I have to grab my my item card from D&D Beyond that I made. But as you finish casting Identify Itikad, you know this weapon, the runes and everything. Its entire makeup is known as Carta Special.
Oh fuck.
I knew it. I knew it.
It is a magical +2 dagger, and once attuned to it, which Doran has at this point, attuned to it, even if he wasn't attempting to, when you throw it, as part of that same attack, you can return it to your hand.
So sexy. The most sexy.
You stole from the Dwarven Mafia.
Yeah, you stole from the mafia. Good job. I knew though. I was like, oh shit.
It's called what again?
Carta Special.
Carta special.
Carta special.
Carta is the dwarven mafia.
Yep.
Hey, you spell it for me so I can put it in.
Oh, yeah.
Edgar
I'm
goes,
assuming.
this is
Yeah,
called,
there you go.
the cart is special?
Carta.
No. The Carta is Carta special. Sorry, like, I'm not quite so keen on Dwarvish. But apparently it will come back to your hand when you throw it.
I noticed. Just kind of like nods a bit.
It's not gonna possess him, right?
No, there's no
Oh, Lord.
negative curses that I could tell.
Did we... already kind of established that Doran was after the Black Heralds? I can't remember. That was
Yes.
an out of character thing.
Yeah,
We
that's
did.
he's pretty much admitted that's the only reason he is near you guys.
Yeah.
Okay.
And also, Ethan has information he needs.
Yeah.
Yep.
That she still
Still.
hasn't given him.
About the
Yeah.
Black Herald. That is why.
Yup. No, we're dragging him to the Silent Plains first, and then when he does the good job, then you go, okay, boy.
You
go.
good boy.
As
A treat just for you.
Go fetch! Thrown into the Silent Plains, and he runs away and never comes back.
Fentanyl.
Delicious.
So, how'd you get mixed up with these heralds?
I could barely hear you, Lane.
So,
Chess-
how'd you get mixed up with these heralds?
They fucked with me a bit in the past.
Seem to fucking with a lot of people. Brings you a long way from home.
Wouldn't say I have that. He just kind of like looks down at his garb. Like
The land can be home. Regardless on if you have a house on it or not.
I have no. I just walk now.
No more tries to Ferelden.
No more tires for them.
She looks a little sad at that.
So does Doran. Like his usual like smile that he's been having, the second you brought it up, especially now, is completely gone. And like with the big fake grin gone, man just looks tired.
Don't we all?
Well, I'm sorry for it. But hey, honestly, between you and I think we already have the best parts of Ferelden with us. She looks over at the dogs.
The only parts that matter. That's for sure.
How long have you been wandering?
He scratches his like his scraggly beard a bit. And he says, "I'm not sure. A few years. Spends a lot out in the woods, and you lose track of time, don't you?"
Yeah. Yeah, you do. Days just become days.
Warriors don't count days, neither do I.
So, if you were headed north, there's some Black Herald activity apparently in the fields. Would you like to come with us?
Well, I've been following you thus far, and I didn't know that I was heading right to where I want to go. So yes, he just has that smile again. I think I will.
That'd probably be alright.
Well, at
I'll
this
let you
point, I think you'd be hard pressed to lose me, especially with 2 hunting hounds on your tail.
They're not straight Mabari, are they? Coloring's a bit off from what I'm used to.
No Mabari is a straight Mabari.
Well,
They're mixed breeds. They were from the start. But people have decided to breed and breed them with each other to the point that I worry. They get sick. They're not as strong as the stories used to say. Stories used to say that they could smell a werewolf from a mile away, and they could bring him down just as easily. Their jaws could rip off the leg of a horse.
I remember those. I always just thought stories always exaggerated.
Well, I wouldn't say mine were any weaker than any Mabari. We're strong.
No.
My father and my father before him. We broke the mold a bit. We didn't breed Mabari with just Mabari. We bred them with some others, and we've kept them adding new blood every so often. Just the bits. Keep them strong.
Makes sense. My father did. He would travel a lot, importing new dogs for the Arl. Bloodlines, you know. But they were always pure blood, I suppose.
I apologize. Can you repeat that? I have to turn down the game music that suddenly got very loud while you were speaking.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't hear a word you said.
My father used to travel a lot, bringing in new dogs for the Arl. New bloodlines, kind of expanding, so we didn't breed our dogs just themselves.
You know,
But they were always very pure blood, pure lines. He always seemed very fixated on that.
no star. He nods to that. But mine are smart. No less Mabari than any.
True. It's heart that makes Mabari. That I know.
I'm sorry, could you repeat that again?
Shit!
I'm so
You're
sorry.
very quiet. You're
You're
very,
very
very
quiet.
quiet.
I'm turning
Very.
up my
I feel
volume
like
and
I'm
turning
speaking-
everyone else down.
I feel like I'm speaking very loudly.
No,
know how
it
I
is
feel
just
about
your
my-
mic's a bit.
Your mic is not picking you up at all.
So I'm turning everyone else down and turning my overall volume up so I can hear you.
I'm sorry.
No, you're fine.
Now I don't even remember what I fucking said.
Something about pure blood. You were mentioning always the pure blood, and I say, my character said a lot of people care about that, but
my father was pretty fixated on that.
you bred Mabari then.
Yes, he assistant kennel master at Redcliffe Castle.
Now, out of character, this is odd, yeah, for elf to get such a job.
To be a kennel master? No.
Be a kennel
was
master?
not.
No, not at all. And he
He
wasn't
was an
even
ass-
he wasn't even the main kennel master. He was the assistant.
He was an assistant.
Okay.
No, that's not odd at all.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. So I was reading through it seemed like they get only shit jobs, so I was like,
I mean,
Oh, yeah.
that's
No, like-
basically a servant level job.
I have
Okay.
Yeah,
like,
it
specified in the
depends.
backstory, was
Yeah.
never promoted because he was an elf.
Okay.
Also,
Just wanted to make sure.
it depends like who they're serving under.
Yeah.
The Arl of Redcliffe
Okay.
wasn't a shithead, I don't believe. So
Wasn't a shithead. Okay.
There is a city
As much
elf
as-
who rose to advisor of an empress, but we don't talk about that.
We don't talk about that. Okay, this is good information. I just wanted to make sure. Again, I don't play Dragon Age, so I read through a wiki
Me
one
neither.
time, and I based it's all my information.
Me too.
He nods and says, "And it seems you're far away from home as well."
Yes.
What's happened? The Grey Wardens rip you from your house?
No. No, the commander Ferelden came recruiting, went on a hunt with the Arl, and I was there helping out. Saw my skills, asked if I wanted to join, and I jumped at it. Trained for a few years with Sebastian, the constable there, and then I was a member, and there was nothing to do, so headed north, looking for something. Technically, I guess I'm on assignment, but it was just, yeah, go for it. Found these idiots, ran into some trouble, seemed like trouble that needed fixing.
The trouble being the Black Heralds or something else.
Well, both. Black Heralds didn't fix him, but right after we all first met, we ran into this old lady, old Ravani woman, and to hear her talk about it, there was something coming, something that we all had to be together for. Don't know if I believe her, but you know what they say about Ravani. I'm Sears. So, maybe she's right. Maybe there's something worse than the blight coming. And if that's true, well,
A blight.
yeah.
What could be worse than a blight?
That was my question. I don't know. If you've ever heard a seer speak, they don't really make much sense. And maybe she was just a crazy old lady, I don't know.
Shakes his head a bit, and mumbles, "What the hell have I gotten into?" It just goes like quiet for a second before he chucks the dagger back into the tree, when it pops back into his hand again. He's like, every time he does it, I'm assuming it comes back hilt first, and he has to flick it back to the knife side before he throws it. But as he's just flicking it around, he's like, well, I'll be honest, I don't want to think on it too hard. Perhaps it's for the best she didn't tell you what the hell is coming.
Nope. So, I guess we're gonna chase the Black Heralds for a while. I've seen an awful lot, and I've seen some terrible shit they do, so... Seems worthy.
As long as you're hunting them, I'll gladly tag along.
You'll be welcome, I think. The dogs trust you, so... Can't be all bad.
I've never met a Mabari that doesn't trust me.
No higher praise.
Well, except for possibly getting followed by one that's already had a master. Like, he eyes you sideways again for that.
Yeah. I don't know what she'll do after the pups. I think that's why she's sticking around. Shit. Oh, I don't want her to have to whelp in the silent fields, though. I don't know what to do.
Can you repeat the first part? You don't want her to what in Silent Fields?
To whelp.
Whelp.
To have
Give
her
birth.
pups. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. He scratches the back of his head a bit and says, damn, I hate to admit that they might have been right about getting a wagon then. Pups can't go walking around that soon. Can't just carry him everywhere.
No, we can't. Would we have an idea of, like, how long... Shit, I don't know. How long are dogs pregnant for?
How long do dogs... Dog
What's the
It's like
gestation
gestation
period?
It's like
period.
2 months,
Not that
I
long,
think.
yeah.
It
2
is
months.
super short, 58
Yeah.
to 68 days.
Yeah,
Yeah,
2
maybe
months.
we get a cart.
Ugh.
Yeah,
I hate carts.
it's not very long.
No, not like a wagon, just like a hand-pulled, very simple cart.
A wheelbarrow.
A wheelbarrow for the dog.
For
A
the
rickshaw.
dog. Yeah.
I was thinking about having her just stay in Cumberland, but know if that'll work now. Shit.
You ever seen anyone out of Ferelden properly birth, let alone raise of Labari?
No.
You shouldn't have left them. Besides, it'd be cruel to make them lose master twice.
Well, I mean, we'd come back. I was gonna leave her. Just, give her some.
Does she know that?
Well, yeah, I would have told her.
But does she know that every day that you're not there? Labari are intelligent, and
I
that
know.
works against them. They worry just as much as any person.
You're right about that. She just kind of fiddles with the tooth on her necklace. Well, card it is, I suppose.
Also, I have a question.
Hmm.
You've been dragging that boy around everywhere you go, and I'm not gonna say it to parents, but give him a weapon at least, yeah?
He is a weapon.
He is his own weapon.
No, he's literally like, hey, look, I get it. Give him a knife. Like, he even pulls out, like, he reaches into his sleeve and pulls out like one of his knives, like kind of offering it towards Fennon.
I
Hey.
thought about that, and
Hey kid, you want a knife?
kid, you wanna play a knife? You'd have to run that past a sin. It's her kid. I mean, it's not her kid, but
I don't think they like me too much, so seems like a bad idea for me to go speaking to him.
yeah, she's all right. Maybe I'll try. Time to start learning anyway.
Bob. Besides, kids don't see that kind of training as anything bad. It's just fun. They get to play with a knife.
Knife, bow, maybe something long range.
He eyes you when you say long range, like he's been throwing knives his entire time. Like, yeah, a knife.
A knife.
Yeah, she'll kind of look at that. How far can you throw one of those?
Well, bow might be a bit too underpowered for him. He's just a boy. I mean, it's too hard to pull back for him. He's just a boy.
Right.
How about a sling?
Let me see what you have. A knife.
Yeah, he will actually unwrap one of his arm wrappings. I'd say, how about a sling?
Huh?
Boys.
God, I haven't used a sling since I was a kid in the woods. Shit.
Strong enough to kill rabbits. Strong enough
Yeah.
to knock out a man. And ain't too dangerous to the user unless he cracks himself in the head.
Well,
Ain't even really your weapon, it's
What's
just
really-
rocks.
Berlin.
Huh? Yeah? He's like just petting an Insala, like just petting her like I don't know if you've ever done this, but I've had like bulldogs and stuff in my life, and I just like pet their face so fast that their jowls just shake.
Yes, that's the best.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's just doing that. And Insala is just and Insala's tail is just wagging so fast you think she's about to propel.
Little nub. I love her.
He's like, yeah?
Come on.
Where are we going?
Just come over here.
Oh,
We're
alright.
going anywhere.
He gets up. You see Ard and Nadra just kind of like on their backs, just like kicking their legs up at him. He like pets both their bellies and runs over.
Now,
What's up?
you're almost a man, right?
Holy fuck.
That was the question. It was.
Oh,
you
he's saying, am I almost a man?
What the fuck are you on about now?
I'm saying, you're gonna be running around with us. We get into some shit, right? Time to teach you how to fight. Dorney had a good idea. You ever used a sling before, kid?
Oh, I think we should ask Isin if this is all right. I don't know if she wants me
It's all right.
fighting.
You gotta learn how at some point.
I suppose.
We're not gonna give you a sword right away. Start with a sling.
A sling? That's a baby's toy.
Doran will load a rocket, and chuck it at the tree.
Roll an attack roll.
I need to add sling. It's in my inventory. I never made it into a weapon because I never expected to use a sling.
For a second, it almost sounded like you said Doran loads a rocket.
Oh, right. It also has a slingshot. You might get the boy. We'll see.
Get the bazooka.
7 damage.
No,
Oh wait, this is technically a thrown weapon, isn't it? Slings? No, ranged? I don't remember.
No.
Doesn't matter.
No, this is like a bow.
Yeah, ranged. Okay.
Yeah.
I was unsure.
Yeah, so as you twirl it around and then fling it, you watch as the rock propels forward, slamming into the tree with a resounding pop, and bark just shatters and breaks off the tree.
Fenton will gesture, just like,
Oh,
Slings are toys until you can use them right.
wow. Yeah, all right. Sure.
We're corrupting this kid.
We're
Wow,
teaching him how to defend himself.
This is just a child. This is a child hunting weapon. That's what a sling is. It is for
It's
little boys.
self-defense. Self-defense is good to know at any age.
Yeah.
Exactly.
The dangerous world. We gotta prepare him.
We'll give him the sling.
Serrano will stand up and just sort of supervise because she's proficient in all weapons. So she's gonna just be like, okay, this is how you do this. This is how you do that.
My opinion.
Guess what? We're all professional weapons, bitch.
All
Like,
weapons.
have you ever
Nice.
had your dad and your uncles all try to teach you how to do the same thing at once?
Yes.
Uh-huh.
It's
Yes.
miserable. And they all
Yeah.
have
Yes.
very different ways how to do it. No, you gotta do it like no, it's like this.
He picks up a rock and puts it in the sling, and he kind of looks over at, I guess, the crowd gathering. He's like, no. Can I give it a shot?
Yeah.
Yes, but one thing first.
Yeah?
I don't care which direction you swing it, but there is a proper one. I don't care whatever. Aim it away from your head.
Yeah. What he said.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, that's
Okay.
obvious.
He gives a look to Tirana, like.
Is it though?
You've seen a few people crack their skulls with a sling.
He begins to,
Oh, shit.
to twirl it and then throw it. Yeah, that tracks.
Oh no.
Uh-oh.
Natural one.
Does he hit himself in the head?
Who's around him right now?
I'm
Uh,
not.
Think
I'm
Fenton
standing
and
back.
Thorn would be right next to him.
Thorin, Fenton, is Tirana there?
Yeah, we're like in a semicircle behind him.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm at my
Uh,
desk.
I'm
Alright,
looking
excellent.
for sure.
So Verlin is 1, Fenton is 2,
Lord.
Doran is 3, and Serana is 4.
Go for it.
Okay.
Doran?
Doran is
Rock to the face.
Doran, you take 3 points of bludgeoning damage as the rock is released from the sling, and somehow as he releases it a little too late, and it flings backwards and just hits you like right in the chin.
Wow.
He takes like a step back, and he's like,
Mr.
He's not-
Doran, Miss Fenton, it didn't go anywhere, and he kind of looks back and he's like, oh!
He's not precise, but he is accurate.
he,
Release
you know
the
that might
face.
knock out the average man. But next time, aim it forward.
Here, try it like this, and she'll kind of go through it now and like hold it with him. Now, you released it just a little bit too late. And he's just gonna like, bring his arm back in the arc that you kind of go to hurl it.
Mm-hmm.
Now, you feel like you don't want to release it till here, but if you release it here, it'll still follow that same trajectory, right? So swing, and then right here is when you let it go. Try it again. I'm just gonna back up another step.
All right.
Irakad gives himself Blade Ward.
Wow. The only time you'll ever see that cantrip used.
Yes.
No, I've used it before.
So, yeah. He flings and he follows Finnan's direction. And it does fly forward. But it flies forward in this very, very tight arc. It only goes about 10 feet before it just immediately plummets into the ground and just rolls.
There you go.
All right.
Right direction.
Yes.
But I didn't hit the tree.
No, but it's an improvement. You'll get there.
When did Verlin become one of the Beatles?
I don't know. I'm so tired. It is so hard to do this accent
I
right
didn't
now.
hit the tree, John.
I'm so tired.
Gore will take the step up because now Fennon's done it. He says, you have to put more force into it after the first swing. Move your arm a little more like this, and then release it from base the direction off your finger and release it here. Give him some pointers.
All right, I'll give it a third shot, but I mean,
It does take practice. You'll give it 100 shots.
oh, okay.
Not, maybe not all in one day, but that's how long it takes to get good at something.
He loads another rock and spins it, releases it.
I think I had an arrow on the first try. Shit.
Oh, nice. You watch as he flings it, and the rock flies towards the tree, but misses it by just like a few centimeters and flies like right past it. And you see, just like he like leaps up into the air. Oh, I almost hit it! I almost hit it! Did you see it?
Yeah.
You're
He's
almost
so
there.
cute. I love this boy so much.
Improved by leaps and bounds.
Hey, Sam, did you see me almost hit the tree?
Considering where he started.
Yeah, good. Real.
Also hit Mr. Dorn in the face.
Yeah, you did good there too.
Fennin just like belly laughs. All right. See, good start.
And you can see like now that he got like really close to the mark. He's excited and wants to continue.
So he's relatable.
Yeah.
I don't want to
Exactly.
continue something unless I'm good at it. Immediately.
Fennin will go around picking up like rocks that are like similar size, so it's nice and consistent.
This is all in the hours before bed, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What I'm thinking, yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Let him practice for a little while.
Okay. And he does. He continues practicing all the way into nighttime. He just keeps at it. Occasionally, when I'm at bar, he kind of like runs over and like tries to play fetch with one of the rocks.
Oh, no.
And
They're
just, like,
intelligent. They'll retrieve them, you know?
yeah, they
Boys.
definitely do. They like drop it at his feet. Only he's like has like a pocket full now, so he's like pulling the ones out of the pocket. They're just like looking at the rocks on the ground and looking up at him like, what the hell?
Hey, I brought this rocks. We're scared rocks.
But yeah, he keeps practicing until the night.
Aww.
Anything anyone else wish to do before we close out this evening on the road?
I don't know why Hazel said it gets mad. This kid is so cute. I understand why she gets mad, but he's cute.
Look,
love
we're
him.
gonna teach
I
You're
you
gonna
feel
help
bad that Hazel was taking what I said as like a bad parent. He was just like, just give him a knife so they'd stab a man who gets near him. Like,
Yeah, right? If anything, you're the worst
gonna-
parent.
We're gonna
Just give
help
him a
her
knife.
raise this kid. We're gonna help her raise this kid. We're gonna share the burden.
You're doing amazing, sweetie.
it's not just, it's at least, you know?
Yes, at least.
At least.
I think he's doing a wonderful job.
A wonderful
I think
job.
you're fucking wrong. But it's
Hey.
whatever.
I'm
Right.
the DM. I'm never wrong,
You
actually.
find me
You
a
know
single
what?
mob that
Fair.
warded off like the Dreadwolf, and like
Yeah.
then you
No
can feel
biggie.
bad.
You know what? Fair enough, I guess.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
You're making points.
He's just,
Dorn would offer a vial to anyone who wants it of a clear liquid that two of you saw him make this morning.
What is it?
Yeah, what is it?
He seemed what you don't know. He seemed to juice some old, slightly like shriveled up and fruits.
I
into
totally,
a
I
thing.
totally,
He makes
yeah,
good berries.
yeah,
yes.
he I
I will
believe
reach for it.
last session he tried to offer some to Leo, and Leo was like, "Nah,
Yeah,
bro."
He said
will
it'd help
totally
with the
take it.
anxiety.
I'll
You
totally
gotta
take
take it.
What is
Great.
it?
Yep.
Do you drink it?
Yeah.
Yeah, you have drank a potion of courage.
Oh,
I'll tell you what it does. Um,
fantastic.
After
You
drinking this
like
potion, you gain advantage on saving throws against being frightened, but also suffer disadvantage on saving throws against charmed. You have +2 on charisma-based checks, but suffer disadvantage on dexterity and wisdom and intelligence-based checks. You gain the effects for 1 hour. Upon further
great.
inspection, you discover this concoction is a strong alcohol.
Oh wow! I love this potion. I want more. I was like,
Good courage.
This is incredibly good. Hey, if you have more,
think-
kind of want
Hey,
it.
Cassian,
What?
I think that's just fermented fruit.
It's delicious. You want some? It's
No,
fantastic. I
I'm
feel so
fine.
powerful right now. I feel almost like I'm even prettier, if that's
drink
even
that.
possible. Really?
Oh,
I feel like you drink that every day.
No.
looks at Dora and just like, why?
Why'd you do this?
Why have you done
Why'd you cast this blight upon us?
He puts his hands up in
You made him
defense.
more him.
He puts his hands up in defense. He's
Basically,
like,
that's what he does.
I thought the Devinter would calm down. Fall
No.
You
asleep.
gave it to Winter alcohol and thought he would calm down.
Thought he would fall asleep.
Ugh.
No.
This is great.
He's a talkative drunk.
Oh,
It's
that's the worst.
amazing. And I feel like I could go to the Imperium and face the Archon and tell him he's a piece of shit.
I'm gonna.
You can
s-
try it. Go on.
I'm gonna.
She points
on.
like north. That
You're
way.
so close.
I'm gonna sweep Cassian off
road.
his feet.
Oh,
Yeah.
you're so
I'm
strong.
gonna sweep Cassian off his feet and go to where he put his bedroll and just drop him. Stay.
Oof.
Just a loud thump.
Like, if he has more disadvantage on wisdom checks, he's just gonna, like, go to the Archon and tell him to his face that he's a piece of shit. I already have -1 in wisdom.
Stay
This
there.
make me
Don't
have, like,
move.
disadvantage. Oh, well, I have proficiency in wisdom saves, at least. You should
don't move.
try this.
No.
It's fantastic. I could charm a Templar's pants off with this.
Stay.
I mean, it's really good. I'm gonna ask him to give me more.
I'm gonna roll him up in his bedroll in a way where he can't get out of it. Sort of like a burrito.
Like a burrito? Okay, yeah. Easy enough.
All right.
He's
He's
drunk.
being
He's not
swaddled.
going anywhere. Yeah, you're
Alright.
swaddling him.
I've made you enough for him, and you are not going to move. I think
I'm
you'll be
just
safe
gonna
there.
I'm gonna try to just like slither to see if I can get out of it.
I would say just make like opposing athletics checks.
Okay.
Oh, fuck off.
24.
No.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'll just like get out of it, but I'll stay there because I
Yeah.
respect my friend.
you see
It's just so
Cassian
I can-
easily like wiggles and
Yep.
squirms and like forcibly like just flexes and the blankets just poof from out
Yep.
from underneath him.
How
I'll
strong
stay
is that he got drunk in one sip?
I'm not drunk. I'm just
You're
mad
clearly
with
drunk.
power. No, I'm not. I'm not drunk.
The-
Do you want me to count how many fingers you have in your hands? I can totally do that.
It's 10, you idiot.
Exactly. That's what I was gonna say.
That's not a test, moron.
Listen, I can totally do the 4. I can stand up and do the 4. I'm not drunk. I'm just feeling very, charming.
Hmm.
Literally, if I found Isidore, he would not be able to resist me today. Just say.
Can you just
It's
stay
brilliant.
here and not talk?
I'm here because I respect you and you're my friend and you know
All
a
right.
lot
Can you do
better.
the second part of the request?
That might be more difficult.
All right. Well,
You think if we give him a second dose, he'll fall asleep then?
no. I wouldn't risk it. You might create a bigger monster than the Darkspawn.
I don't know if I should take that as a compliment. I probably will.
Definitely not.
because- Well, considering who my ancestor is, I think
Shut
that
up.
might be a compliment.
Cassian, just be quiet.
I love you too. You're my best friend.
Can we
And
all
I'll
get
just
some
stay
sleep?
there. Right. Hey,
I love how Serana never says "I love you" back ever.
no.
Yeah,
She
but-
does. She does.
Oh,
She
In
doesn't
her
need
own
to say
way.
it.
Yep.
Oh, it's so funny.
Will you stay here with me? Can we snuggle? We should snuggle.
Sure, why not?
I admit it's so cold here.
It's gonna get hotter. The
Thanks.
more north we get. You might feel at home in the Silent Plains.
Oh, yes, with a lot of, Blight and Archdemon and the Winter Magisters, drunk with power, I will feel exactly at home.
Yes. It might as well be Minrathis.
Well, without, candles walking around the street and neon lights. But yes, I miss this so much. It's a pity how people are at war, because otherwise I think it would have a blast in Minrathis.
Hmm.
Let's just leave.
Yeah, I agree.
I'll just
I'll
just cuddle with
You hear a
someone.
voice in your head like, "Yes, go the fuck
Yes.
to sleep."
Hey, God wants to move on. Not my
so,
fault that Doran would offer me this fantastic potion.
This fantastic potion. So, as you guys eventually find sleep. Oh,
I had a few things I wanted to.
Sure. What's up? Show me
Well,
what
first,
you got.
Did we cross by any apple trees on the way here?
No, not this close to the coast. No.
All right, gotcha.
Probably as you're making your way further north. Probably for sure.
And it's winter though, right? So they wouldn't be like.
It is winter. Yeah, I forget. Yeah, it is winter
Oh,
actually.
dang it.
Yeah, but we're in the southern hemisphere, so it's like winter summer. Oh no, it's not like the winter months.
How does that work?
Okay, it's the winter season. It's like August is winter.
Yes, August is winter.
Summer month, winter weather.
Yes.
I don't know how
my
the
life.
southern. I don't know how southern
It's only a
hemispheres
summer
work.
month if you're in the northern hemisphere, though.
Exactly.
Yes, like right now for me.
Ah!
it's winter,
Oh,
and it's
that's
July.
July.
how it
Blast!
works. Holy
Yeah.
fuck, dude. Why
Yeah.
did they have to make the main continent? Whatever.
I feel at home. It's great.
That's true. That's good for you.
Uh,
So probably no apple trees, sadly.
Understood. Secondly, when we start sitting down, I was wondering if I could fit any more work into Serana's mutagen.
You can spend a few more hours on it.
Alright.
It's depending on how late in the night you want to go on it. You might
I
be
be
missing
able
out
to-
on sleep if you do, but
Would I be able to put just in like 2 hours, like from the time that we like said, okay, we'll rest here for the night, or is that like going into the night?
no, yeah, you can do 2 hours because it is such a short amount of time. No roll needed. But
Yeah,
the next time,
the swift alchemy thing that I can do.
well, this you couldn't use that for the mutagens.
Okay.
Because this is you're creating this from scratch based on their own, like, life force and capabilities. So
Biology and stuff. Yeah.
yeah. But I'll say because you do spend 2 hours on it, the next time you do spend more time and have to make a roll, you can have advantage on the roll.
Awesome. as we're still sitting there and everyone's still awake, I'll turn to Serana. Good news, Serana.
Did you really do fucking Farnsworth? I have
Good
good
news,
news, everyone!
Yeah.
Oh my god. Yes, Itikon?
You remember that thing you asked me about? Something that can help you swing a bit harder?
Sure.
I've been working on it, and I think I'm pretty close to finished.
Perfect.
Figured I would give you a bit of an update, and I'll just look around. That's Leovan.
Meh.
Do you still have yours?
What?
Holy fuck.
I just turned to Serana. I think it might be good to give you a bit of a preview. It's a bit different for him, but... And turn back to Leo. You still have your mutagens that I gave you.
Mm-hmm.
Holy shit, Leo's grumpy today.
Leo is bored as fuck.
Yeah,
You
I
seem
feel.
bored. Would you mind showing off a bit?
Why would I need to show off?
Well, I wanted to show everyone what I've made for you and what all it does for you, as well as you get to show everyone what you can do while it is in effect. And then the card
Kind of
just
did that with the spider. Like, I kicked that shit's ass.
True, but you didn't drink the mutagen.
I didn't need to.
True.
I mean, I feel like I'm just wasting it. You
Well,
want me to waste this so I can show it off to people?
Well, it will go inert in a few hours anyway. It only lasts until for about a day or so. Besides, I can make another one in the morning.
I mean, all right. Did you fix the taste?
Yeah,
We'll see about that.
Yeah, it means no.
I did.
He drinks it.
What does it taste like?
Barbecue.
Itika, what does it taste like now?
It tastes like. Give me 1 second. I wrote this down.
Sweet baby Ray's.
Sweet baby Ray.
Open pit.
Yeah.
Stubbs.
Straight from the bottle.
God.
Holy shit.
Okay. I can't remember what. Yeah, obviously I didn't know what it was called. But
Just said it tastes like honey mustard to move on.
Well, has anyone ever had milk candy?
Milk
As
candy?
in like a
Sounds
Werther's?
miserable. What?
Like a Werther's?
What the fuck is a
something
milk
like that.
candy? Sounds like a European candy.
It sounds weird. That sounds like milk
That's,
candy.
yeah, that's what I mean by European candy.
Basically, it's a lot. It's kind of like syrup, only not so thick,
Ew.
Not so.
and it's not so thin as like soda.
So you're just drinking syrup.
Straight
Or
up
is it
maple
Drinking
syrup.
sweetened condensed milk?
You're
It's
drinking.
very creamy caramel.
I
taste.
think you're just drinking.
Condensed milk.
You're just drinking condensed milk. I think is what you're
Wait, like the
happening.
cooking thing? Like the.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
just dulce de
Sweetened.
leche.
yeah. You're drinking that, Leovan.
It's not as
Really
bad as
sweet.
it was. It's not rotten chicken like last time, so that's good. Still got a bit of a black licorice taste, which needs to go.
I'm working on it. In the meantime, and Itika just jumps up, turns sideways to the rest of the party, puts his arms out. Ta-da!
He hasn't changed.
As you say that, you watch the skin just turns iron.
Oh, I've seen that before.
Leo starts like I'm
Yeah,
probably gonna need a performance check. He just starts screaming in agony, like this is the most painful thing ever in his life.
A performance check.
I
Oh,
really,
jeez.
I really don't buy that when I've seen you use that before.
I've never wanted a natural 20 more in my life. I'm actually contemplating using my auto success.
Oh, gee, that's what
Wait.
it's there for.
Wait a second. I thought. The only people who have used him use his mutagen were
No, we've all seen it.
We all
all
saw
seen
it.
it.
We've all
We've
seen him
all
turn
seen
metal.
Yep.
When?
Whenever
In
you fight.
several
Fight.
fights. In several fights.
I've
Yeah.
only used it one time, and I used it in the room with Isen when
No,
we were
you used it,
fighting.
like months before that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
In the
you
bo-
used
in
it
the
once
boat.
before that.
You used it once in the boat where it was just you and
Yes,
me.
where we were all there.
No, no, it
No.
was
No,
just me and him.
yeah,
when
he was
caught me
alone.
shadow stepping.
Yeah, because he was shadow stepping. But I think you did
Yeah.
use it in a fight with everyone.
Yes,
if
he
I-
did. He
Let
did
me
once.
that.
Yes.
Or maybe
Pretty
I'm
sure he did.
misremembering. My memory is shit, so I might be
No,
misremembering. But
As far as I can remember,
I'm pretty sure I've only used it
twice.
in the room in the keep,
well, goddamn. All right, yeah.
but
Then-
whatever.
Yeah, no,
So,
I'll believe you.
Ethan,
My memory is ass, so I don't want to trust my own.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't have advantage, so I got a 4.
My memory's worse than ass. So.
My memory is
Um,
non-existent. At least an ass exists.
so 4. Leon just like he-
Let's just
Very,
see, because
very convincing.
Oh god, it's so painful.
even I
Everyone is inciting me to
wait.
death.
know. I drank the shit.
I was
so
really
it's
hoping for a natural one.
disadvantage.
It is disadvantage.
I'm sorry, I just
still,
got
I still
back.
see it. I still see it.
Easton, all of a sudden, Verlin just like starts shaking you. He said, "You have to help Mr. Leovon. Something bad's happened."
Oh, poor guy, poor boy.
That's all. That's the only person I wanted to affect anyway, so I'll take it.
Yeah, he rolled a
This
2.
poor fucking child. This poor child. I'm gonna go over.
I see him like reacting that way, and I just start like crawling towards him on the ground, like, God, make it stop, make it stop.
He's like starts kicking back, like away from you, like just shuffling
he's just
backwards.
He's just playing. No, somebody. They want to stop your scaring the child.
This is the worst pain in the world. Oh my god.
I'm so sorry, Mr. Leovon. He just starts
That's
crying.
Right, he's
He just starts crying.
He's just, why did you do this to me?
The god turns to Serana. The transformation is painless. He's just playing, as you
No,
can
no shit.
obviously see.
He thinks he's very funny.
It was until you started crying.
Yeah. Verlin is he's just like curled up in a ball, just like, oh, I'm so sorry.
I'll go over. I'll
Yeah.
push my
Yeah.
covers and
This
go
ain't
over.
right.
And Erika just stands in front of Levan. No, he's just playing.
Crawling.
And
Finn is
give-
taking him. Get the
And
fuck
give
up.
Leo the shittiest look as I go pet, like I go with a Zen and just
I
try
kick
to
your
help her
ribs.
calm her down.
Get the
Uh,
fuck up.
Angel immediately goes to go comfort the boy. Meanwhile, Arden like starts moving that way and begins
Yes.
to growl at Leovon.
Erika goes and finds a stick.
Go beat Leovon with.
Comes back and says, "Well, as you can see, Serana, this mutagen is very helpful." And I just whack Leovon over the head
No,
with it.
it's very useful. You
Yeah.
just used it on a moron.
Yeah, it breaks off. His skin is now still flexible, but at least 3 times harder than it is normally.
It's
Yeah,
incredible.
and Serana, you've seen
Kinda shit that led to a child cry.
Serana, you've seen potions similar to this that causes individual skin to become as hard as stone, but this is a
Yeah, I've
little
seen that.
different, causing his skin to become as hard as like metal, but still flexible.
Very good.
Very
Creative.
strange.
If he throws a punch at a tree, he is able to put a bit more force behind it.
Will mine be the same?
No, it depends between each individual. Besides, I had to make modifications to yours due to you being a kunai rather than an elf.
Ah, of course.
I had to take a few notes from my own research into kunai physiology, but for the most part, it should give you a completely unique and separate set of abilities rather than hymns, but
Alright.
while remaining a physical transformation. Though, to be honest, the fact that you have a secondary essence in you, and that has a physical change as well, it might even improve improve upon it.
While on the ground, he looks
No
up
idea.
at Serana and Leo's like, don't do it. It's like your soul is leaving your body.
Only the first time.
Only the
Fenris
first
is
time.
gonna come
It's
up and
worse
just, like,
on the third time.
plop down on top of Leo, just like sit on him.
Just sit on him.
I
I'm
feel
gonna-
as though weight
Shut up.
is on my heart and my chest.
Stop belly aching.
I can't
200
breathe.
I'm
I can't breathe.
250 pounds. I'm gonna do the same thing.
Oh, God.
Shh. Well, that creates a shadow. Shadow step.
Just sink to the ground.
Shadow
No!
Step is like Shadow the Lizard because he's on the ground.
And he
Serana more
he
than
steps up
25
into a tree.
Yeah, just shadow steps. I mean, you are already in dim light because it's nighttime, so you can just shadow step as much as you want to your heart's content. And you easily just kind of just shadow step at Finn, and your butt just poop just hits the ground. And you look up and you see Leovon just like up in a tree. His
you spooky bitch.
his metallic skin like kind of refracting off the starlight.
That really does not help your stealth at all.
Interesting though.
Yes.
It wears off, right?
Yes, he's
Much
still,
uglier this way.
it takes
Much
a little bit. Leovon, I haven't seen you also, for my notes, I have not yet seen you demonstrate your offensive capabilities. Would you mind trying that out on a tree or something?
Or Cassian. Try Cassian.
Why me? I am here trying to console a child who's crying.
Oh shit. Sorry. Yeah, no. Leave Cassian alone. He's doing good.
For now.
I'm doing a good deed for humanity or elf people.
I
Elf
mean,
manage.
I would, but the only thing this helps me do, I have to really concentrate and like use some of my abilities, and I don't want to do that.
We're going to sleep anyway.
All right.
Yeah, but we get attacked at night while we're sleeping, and I've lost all of
How
my
many
things.
times has that happened?
Exactly. Now it's the first that's gonna happen.
Oh,
Fuck off! I don't want to do it.
that's fine. I don't need to see him test it out in a card. I've seen him fight. I can tell it'll be helpful.
Ikai just closes his book. Well, I hope at least this gives you a bit of, excitement as to what you have to look forward to.
Well, as long as it's helpful, yes.
I think it will be very helpful.
Then good.
It's always fun to just see how to, when you mix things up, you don't know what will pop out. Well, you have
Oh.
an idea, but you hopefully for the best.
That really doesn't help the sales pitch. Not gonna lie.
I'll take your word for it.
It's kind of when you drink wine and then you find someone attractive and you don't know how you're gonna wake up in the morning, but it's still exciting. And
How'd you get out of your bedroll?
I'm strong as fuck.
Oh. Can you go back into it and shut up?
How
No,
strong
I'm here
is
playing
fuck?
with- I'm very strong. I'm like very strong. I could punch a tree down.
We're all very high energy before we go to sleep.
By the
But I'm
way,
here with
Leon, take a game's inspiration for that. That was excellent.
Wait, huh?
Take a DM's inspiration.
Why, thank you.
Yeah.
Oh, indubitably.
As Leon teleports into the tree, you see Verlin kind of look up.
Say he's fine. He's fine. He was just joking. Right, Ascent? He was just joking.
Being a bastard.
I hear a lot's been happening recently. I didn't know.
It's
I know.
fine. You fine. You're gonna be fine. Ascent, I will go. This is your thing. I feel like I'm invading, but if you need help, I'll be there, over there. Right.
She's nodding, but she's looking at you with eyes like, I cannot handle this. Please
Okay,
help
then I'll
me.
be back. Then I'll be back and just help her.
Adra's
Okay.
doing that dog thing where it's like getting real close and licking them.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah.
I am not a people person. Please, I cannot do this.
Not even with my own child.
No, I do not understand.
Yeah, Adrian's kind of like looking at him. He's like, no. He's like, he's like trying not to laugh, but he starts laughing as she begins to lick him.
Excellent.
Yeah,
Good dog.
dogs,
They're good at that.
antidote for everything.
Just instant serotonin or doggies.
Mm-hmm.
The dogs are the best for that, right? You can't be
Mhm.
Yes.
sad with the dogs licking your face. It's actually impossible.
Yeah.
Literally impossible.
But yeah.
And before he turns in, Leovan will just, or Itakad will
You don't own me.
That's
Itakad will just go over to Doran and, by the way, where's your table?
He just blinks at you.
For your potions not work. Where's your table?
It's alcohol. It's not a potion.
Well, I certainly make salves and such, but I don't carry a table.
Oh. I got mine from a person back in town. I should probably give you his name sometime. It helps
No.
tremendously.
No, I think I am fine. He like holds his hands up. He has no bag or anything to carry shit. It is just him. He's like, I don't exactly have the equipment to go carrying on a table with me. But thanks.
Don't worry. Mine, it can be a collapsible one. Mine just goes down and I strap it onto my back. Perfectly useful. But if not, I can probably find you a good bag. It guy just
think
holds
I'm
up his
fine.
huge like duffel bag. This one has helped immensely.
I think I'm fine, but thank you. He's like shaking his head a bit, like, what? What a weird way. But he says, I have what I need to get around. That's enough.
Very well. But by the way, if at any point in time you feel like interchanging alchemical recipes or anything such as that, I always have an ear open. I love learning new things.
Oh no, I'm taking tonight as a good example of not to trust the doctor.
That
Oh, man.
trust me, I am a professional. Leovan looks over to whatever Leovan's doing right now.
Leovan looks
Tree.
at Leovan.
Leovan is not.
Adacon looks at you.
Yeah, you said Leovan. Leovan.
You got Leovan on the brain.
One on the brain.
Yeah, because you traumatized a child.
That child has traumatized us a couple of times too. Let's not.
Wait, whoa.
It's not all Leo's fault.
I see wolves. Oh fuck!
I like it when the curtains go flamey.
Wow.
Oh my fucking god.
I just met you. I'm gonna burn all of your things. We've had trauma at the hands of that child. Let's
I
not
see
lie.
wolves. Oh
Holy
fuck.
shit.
I don't know why that was so funny.
That'll be all from Itakad. Oh, and one last thing. You said you didn't want to know how I was going to keep that cold spider silk cold. Itakad's going to take out his freezing rod that he uses for alchemy and just wrap it around it so that it stays cold.
I probably should have asked this way before. What's the passive perceptions in this group?
Oh!
12.
I have a 16.
Excellent question. I think mine is 17.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
12. And currently, I still have the buzz of the thing, so it's probably less than that because I have disadvantage. So right now, it is -5.
What, 7?
12 minus
Tim?
5, 7, yeah.
Tim, my hidden weapons. Would they require an investigation, or would a passive perception equal to my passive be enough to see some of them? Ugh.
No, like they would have to be patting you down for those.
Okay, I
Mhm.
just wanted to make sure. Cause I suddenly realized, like, I don't know the passives. Some of the other games you have like 20 somethings. I'm like, I was concerned suddenly.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they
right
would
now
they'd
my
definitely have to
perception is
be
7.
like they'd have to be
Patting me
patting
down.
you
That's
down
good.
and investigating you.
Okay, that's good. I just wanted to make sure.
Which I don't think anyone is that friendly with Doran yet.
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 No touchy.
No
But
touchy.
Dorn turns in early. But
Okay.
Arden or Age or one or the other would stay up a bit to ensure that nobody comes near him when he's sleeping until they bed down.
Alrighty.
Ben will take first watch, I suppose.
Finnan will take first watch. Excellent. Go ahead and make a perception check. 14.
14.
As the camp slowly dies down and everyone goes off to their respective bedrolls or tents and sleeps for the evening, you begin to keep your eyes kind of peeled on the horizon and towards the road. Nothing seems to pique your interest, and your watch goes by uneventful.
Alright.
Cool.
Let's
I'll
take a
do the
second
second
watch.
one.
Alright.
I'll do it.
Okay. Serena?
Alright.
21.
Taiwan. You keep your eyes out as well. Nothing seems to catch your attention either. It's fairly boring, quiet night.
All right, nice.
Who's taking final
I'll
watch?
wake up whoever is the third person.
Not
I
me.
take one.
Ethan, the next highest wisdom.
Yeah.
All right.
13.
Oh, Hazel.
That sigh was so. Oh my god.
Wow, you really are a mom.
She just
Yeah.
somebody hug that poor
Yes,
woman.
I am a mom. Fucking God.
You look out, Easton, and seems all quiet. I do have to ask you, where do you keep the rod of restoration? Is it in the alluvium bag?
No. It's on my person.
It is listed in the bag. Should I take it out? I was looking at that earlier.
I've had it in my inventory the whole time.
Okay, I'll take it off the leaving bag.
Okay. Well, as you're sitting there, you do feel the rod of restoration faintly, like, jolt. Like a sudden vibrational pulse just seems to shoot through it.
Has it done that before? I'm gonna
No.
wager a guess. No. Yeah, alright. Did it seem to... I don't even know what I could ask.
You
It
look
just
at it?
pulses? Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, as you kind of lean down and look at it and grab it, you see the tip of the rod where you pointed it at the tear in the sky to close it. You see it as faintly glowing and just kind of pulsing very slowly.
Sense of, like, what this could be.
Roll
Or why.
Roll an Arcana check.
Alrighty. 14.
14, you're looking at it. You just kind of like absentmindedly look up at the sky, make sure there's no like tears
Yeah,
or anything.
exactly.
You don't see any. You just look at it, you kind of like examine it closely, and you can't really ascertain what's happening.
And it just continues to glow?
Yeah, very, very, very soft, slow, pulsing light.
Yeah. No, nothing else is weird around here. It's just the rod.
Well, a 13 perception, just the rod.
That's good. Feeling really good. Fine. I just hold it for a while until people start to wake up, I guess.
Would it be possible for Doran to wake up early since he went to bed early? Because I want to go hunting for an hour or so, if possible.
Yeah, absolutely. However, before you wake up, Fennin, a shock of terror and suddenness jolts through your body, and you shoot awake, eyes wide open, as you heard a loud bellowing roar and snarl in your mind. And dread clutches your heart, as you know,
It's the archdemon.
the blight has begun in Ferelden.
She stands up and like just probably walks about 50 yards due south, and just like it takes everything in her not to like pack up and go. Everything. And she'll probably just be there until people wake up.
Okay. But she said you see this, and wordlessly Fennin just walks south.
Yeah, but like she's like that. You know?
Wow!
like if motherfucking Cassian just got up and started walking away, I'd probably be like, oh, "Where are you
Something
going,
wrong.
Cassian?" But like, that just seems like the type of person to go do that.
All right.
Do I see something's wrong? I'm a little preoccupied with the rod of demons are about to fall from the sky.
She's not very guarded in her person, so
Yeah.
would have woken up like heavy breathing, just like looking very agitated, very.
So she's clearing her head after a nightmare.
Yeah.
Is what I'm getting.
Probably it was what it looks like, yeah.
And you know what? Been there, done that, queen. It's all right. I'll check in with her when she comes back and be like, "Y'all good?"
Okay. About 10 or so minutes after that, you see the Mubari begin to like stir, and as they do, Doran like slowly begins to wake up and gather his hunting equipment.
What's on this person? You see him get up and he does like check. He like reaches under his clothes in several spots. Before nods and begins to sleepily, not like drowsily, more than sleepily. Begin to head towards just away.
It's just away. That's good.
Just in a direction that is, doesn't matter, not road. But yeah, he's gonna go gather his stuff for his potion and try to hunt for half an hour to an hour. See if he can get a rabbit or something.
Okay, make a survival check.
Can I have advantage to my dogs? My hunted dogs?
Yeah, absolutely.
No.
17. Not bad at all.
Uh, 17, easy enough. You go to find a game trail for rabbit, and actually come upon one for a deer. Your dog sniff it out, and you can see like off in the distance, this like massive stag. And both of your bars just kind of like get really down low. ready to just begin to rush and pounce.
Yeah. I imagine we already have this basically set where they surround and rush him towards me.
Mm-hmm.
You know, pincer attack thing, basically.
Yep. And they rush out. And you see, this. I mean, it's a wild animal, this stag, and and given how massive its antlers are, you assume it's probably pretty old. So as the dogs approach it, you can see it almost like gets ready to defend itself, and then just sees these two massive Mabari hounds rushing at it. And its fight or flight kicks in, and it definitely chooses flight and begins to rush away. But the Mabari encircle it, and it turns around towards you, and you easily, as it's running in your direction. I'm assuming using a knife. I'm not really sure. What do you use to hunt things?
He uses primarily knives and such like that. He has other weapons, but not that he'd be willing to get within horn distance to use.
Oh yeah.
Is this
so-
motherfucker Rambo?
Yeah.
Yeah, because he has the special knife now. It's a little bit different than what it normally is. So he chucks the first one, just like right towards its head. And you know, I'm assuming it sticks in, and he rushes in. Then, when it pops in, goes for the throat while it's still reeling.
Okay. Easy enough. With a 17, you wound it, and then quickly do the killing blow. It slides to a stop on the ground. You hear like a final kind of guttural grunt from this massive stag, and it goes quiet.
And the two dogs will drag it back to camp. to prep for the other seat.
Food.
Food. If it's a hollow, we'll be in trouble. So hopefully, just normal stag.
It's not white, so no. It shouldn't be.
Really?
Yeah, this is not a hollow, guys. It's a deer.
Yeah, it's a deer. We're good.
That's what I thought.
Yeesh.
Brought in good deer.
But
yeah.
what if, though?
What if?
I'm telling you, to your face,
No.
it's a deer.
Okay, good.
It's a
Yeah.
Thank goodness.
So yeah, he
Killing all-
leaves, and like an hour and a half later, comes back. He said, just with the dogs have like a hoof each, and he has the horns, just dragging this stag back into camp.
I shake my head. I'm like, yeah, it's tracks.
No.
That works.
Go ahead and make another survival check, Doran.
Yeah, to skin and prep it, I'm assuming.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I don't think my dogs give me advantage on this, so
No, they unfortunately they just know to chew and devour. They don't really know how to.
I'm not
13. Easy enough. It's not a very clean job, but you get it broken down by the time that everyone else is waking up. As you guys like awaken and like groggily kind of roll over your bedrolls to see the faintly rising sun, you just see Doran just bloody hands up to his elbows, just breaking apart this massive stag.
Good job.
Was it? Oh,
Yeah.
I have not had venison in a long time.
If you can provide food for us on the regular, it would be much appreciated. And I'd take a piece of it.
I'm sure Fredden could do that well enough, but start the
Oh, of
fire.
course.
We can start
Both
cooking.
of you, we can eat a whole forest.
I have cooking tools if you don't.
You
No,
have
I
a
don't.
fire.
By the way, he chops off like a big piece of it, and just tosses it to the Mabari raw. Because raw meat is actually better for dogs.
Yes, it is.
And to Isala as well. And Isala? I don't know.
And Insala, yeah.
And Isala, yeah. Tosses a big chunk to Isala too then.
Fenton is still staring.
Yeah, and it's all just devours it.
Extra chunk. for the-
Looking at an Insala, how big is she?
I
She's
mean,
not showing.
she's already like Mabaris are
Yeah,
massive.
she's a
She's gotta be
good
a little
little
bit.
thing.
She would have been at least 2-3 weeks.
Dogs can be a bit before they start showing. Because their
Yeah.
bellies only start swelling towards the end. I think well, it
Okay.
depends on the bulkier
How many
dogs.
pups?
Smaller dogs, bulk easy, but bulkier dogs, you start seeing the swell later on.
She's not showing yet. And I'm just because going off like what Mabari looked like in the games and other media from Dragon Age. I'm just gonna make a knee-jerk decision and say like, yeah, she's definitely not showing yet because she's just a massive doggo.
Yeah,
Chunk,
Yeah.
just out of curiosity. When
Dawn's
we
probably
gonna have
gonna-
our pups.
Actually, yeah, Dorn is gonna go to her after if she like chows down to that quick enough. He would cut off another big piece for her, and move over, drop down in front of her, and say,
She immediately
Would
devours it.
"Would you mind if I check, to see if everything's going okay?"
Roll a animal handling check.
I'm checking quickly my background feature to see advantage. Yes. 24.
Fucking Ferelden. She kind of like very gently like sits down on her side and like rolls over.
He would gently like prod a bit on the stomachs and stuff like that to make sure everything is going all right with her pregnancy. He's dealt with pregnant Mabari for his entire life.
Yeah. Everything's okay. She is a full-blooded Mabari, so
Strong girl.
yeah, she built different. Pregnancy's not gonna really slow her down until the very end.
Yeah. Could I get a? Can I make a medicine question mark? Check to know how far along she is.
Yeah, absolutely. Go ahead and make a medicine check.
I do not get this with advantage. But I do have a +4 to this. I mean, 3 higher on this. No, 6 higher on this. Sorry, I'm considered expertise and skills versus my favorite enemies. So that +6, 14.
14. Looking at the body and like kind of very gently pressing on the belly, and checking her and seeing like different things on her paws, like how much weight she's gained, how quickly she's gained it. You estimate about anywhere between like 4 to 5 weeks ish.
He would pull his hand back then, and gently like rub her, like around the ear, and say, "You're a few weeks along, but they're already so big. They're gonna be strong pups."
Love her so much.
Jesus
Back up.
Christ.
Yeah, he'd go back to helping. I mean, it's already prepped. They can cook it now. So he would go back to. He'd like take out his water skin, get his hands a bit clean before finishing his potions. Now, aka a D6. No, wait, is it again? Did I get the same thing again?
Nice.
No, I didn't. Okay.
I will say, because you did take the time to hunt and stuff, after properly preparing the broken down stag, the entire party, all of you have enough food for about a week and a half of travel. So
Nice. All right.
At least we won't be starving as we walk to our deaths. It's gonna be great.
yeah.
Nice.
And it's not rations either. It's like it's actual
It's food.
deer. Yeah.
Actual food.
We're not fucking eating Nature Valley every day.
Cook it a long time, make jerky out of it. Perfect.
No more granola. Thank fuck.
Thank fuck. My digestion's so fucked. I can't.
I haven't shite in days.
Oh my god.
Good.
All right. Finnan, do you eventually return, or do you run off to the Blight?
Got it. She ran off. I'm chasing her. I'm going with her. Alistair, I'm on my way.
She is just standing there. She's kind of spaced out. 100-mile stare on her face. Until someone comes and kind of snaps her out of it.
Okay.
I don't know. Probably be Eason, right? She's the one that's Harley.
All of you see her. You see her like
Yeah,
off in the
she's just
distance.
standing.
Ah.
She's not that far
The
away.
trees aren't that thick in this area. Yeah.
I thought you took like a nice little walk.
No, she's like 50 yards, so she's pretty visible. She's not.
All right.
She's just staring off in the distance.
Fennon, you ready to go?
She didn't say anything.
Is everything all right?
She kind of like jumps, like she's like, "Oh, right, people." No, it's not.
What happened?
wouldn't have survived the joining if it wasn't worth something at some point.
True.
Doesn't matter.
Anyway, Doran got us a venison, so eat up and we'll head out.
What
Yes.
she kind of looks back and sees, oh.
Yeah.
All right. She kind of hesitates before she takes a step back north.
Okay.
She does.
Unbeknownst to all of you,
Oh.
and to you, Finnan, somewhere across the waking sea, a bearded man in polished armor comes upon two slay Grey Wardens. A note on their person. A note that was attached to an arrow. Right before he is attacked by two darkspawn that he slays easily enough. Pushes them from the cliff. And Duncan knows that a blight is coming.
I'm gonna fucking piss my pants.
I'm gonna fucking cry.
I'm so sad. I love that man.
Fucking hell.
Tim, this is your canon now. That means Duncan lives, right?
Please, Lord.
So, you guys enjoy your breakfast, pack up your camp, and begin to continue marching north towards the Silent Plains. About a few hours into travel, you do see the exterior walls of Cumberland City to your east, slightly east of the Imperial Highway. Do you continue past it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
All right.
have to.
Fenton will try and find a stick.
A stick?
A
Yeah,
nice- a
easy
nice-
enough.
A nice, straight, sturdy stick, about the size of one of her swords.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh.
And she is gonna whittle, as they walk, a little handle into one side of it.
All right.
Trading sword.
And it probably takes her a while. She's not super.
Yeah,
little,
probably takes
she's
her
not real super.
a good portion of the travel for the day.
And get a little extra strip of leather, wrap it around, and kind of work that. She has leather worker's tools, so she kind of works as she goes. It's kind of slow going, but she's gonna work on that for a bit.
Okay. Excellent. You guys travel until you pass Cumberland City. Continue past it. You hit the crossroads of the Imperial Highway, where if you continue straight, you'll be heading towards the Planocene Forest and Tillin. But if you turn north, you'll be heading towards Nevarra City, and then eventually past that, the Silent Plains. And past that further, Cassian, you know,
Yep.
is the Teventer Imperium.
Home.
You guys begin to head north and continue traveling. Now, all of you have been down this road before, both when you first met up and when you were chasing Glenn and his father. Night will be soon pressing down upon you, but if you press and continue traveling into the night a few hours, you will reach the Wayside Inn, where you met those other adventurers all those weeks ago.
Tamahan Uwu.
Yes.
Also, we fought some Templar.
That's also where you fought some
Yeah.
Templars. Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
Is that where I beat the shit out of that one guy's nuts?
Yeah.
You did beat the shit out of
Yes,
that
you
one
did.
guy's nuts. Yes.
We could stay there, yeah. Give it a shot. It's just a few hours extra, right, of traveling?
Yeah. You will be traveling into the night, but yeah.
Yeah, it there a little
Yeah, fuck it. Yeah, it's not. We won't get exhaustion by those 2 extra hours or whatever.
No, you won't.
No. Yeah, go for
It's
it.
just dangerous to travel at night. But yeah.
Ah, when have we ever not
is
done anything
danger?
dangerous?
What is danger?
Danger.
We're being led by a glowing sword. I mean, come on.
Danger Smanger, am I right?
Spanger.
What you guys do know that this is one of the like the roadside like lodges where you can like rent horses or carriages.
Yeah, we might want to get a smaller cart for the dogs at least.
Question, DM, does Idicott know who's got like the best eyes? Otherwise, an in-game version of who's got the best perception?
Probably
Serana, Eason, and Fennon. Those are your top 3.
Yeah.
If I recall correctly, none of us can see in the dark.
Eason can.
No,
Only
but I
the
have-
elves.
The
Only the
can.
elves.
So it is.
But-
Yeah.
So my plus 10 doesn't count.
Wait, why do you have plus 10?
You have
What
plus
the
10 to
fuck?
perception?
That's what it says on my character sheet, and I never
You
change
haven't-
anything on my character
Did
sheet.
you take off the nightliner?
Eyeliner.
I never
Yeah,
put it
eyeliner.
on. I don't touch anything.
You
Tim
can't
put
have
the
plus 10.
eyeliner on.
It's not
It's a
possible.
plus.
There's a
It's
10
not
next to my name.
Expertise.
Do you have expertise?
But how the
You
fuck did he get
you
that?
should- Shouldn't.
No way. No.
Wait, what?
No.
You've
Yeah,
plus
that's
I-
1 wisdom.
I never change anything.
There's no way. There's no way.
You-
What's your perception? What's your wisdom?
2
15.
or 15
No way.
There's no
plus
way you can
3
catch
is
Impossible.
5.
I don't know.
Hang on,
No,
I'm
it
checking, I'm
literally is.
checking.
Yeah, literally impossible, even with
Did
expertise.
did Tim put the?
Oh no.
eyeliner
Yeah,
on?
it's the eyeliner.
I might have put the eyeliner on because it does have a plus 5 next to his.
Yeah.
Then yeah, you put on the eyeliner.
Okay,
Yeah.
I was just checking.
I was wondering if that was.
All right, I think that I probably did that for you because I do everything for you.
You do. I don't know how internet works.
Uh,
Oh, woo.
excellent. Cool. So yeah, no, you definitely have a plus 5, not a plus 10.
I mean, plus 5's pretty good.
No, it is for
Yeah.
sure. Leon,
I
very
have a
very
glowy
sexy,
sword,
but not
but,
quite that sexy. You do have a glowing sword. That is correct.
Yes.
So Eason would be the best to perceive at night because he
Yeah.
has the
Or
highest.
Fen.
I was gonna
Or
like
Fen.
give.
Fen's a little busy with,
I was gonna
from
give a dose of eyeliner, but I don't think we need it now that I got that info.
Yeah.
Never
mean,
mind, never mind.
You guys easily
We'll
make your
save
way.
the nightliner.
Yeah, you guys easily make your way through the night until you see the bright beacon that is the Wayside Inn. A lively noise coming from it. You see a number of horses hitched out front of it, and a number of wagons and carts from traveling sellswords, merchants, whatever might be traveling down and through the Imperial Highway. You enter into a very busy, bustling atmosphere full of different people. Sadly, much to probably all of your chagrin, the previous adventuring party you had met is not here. They are long gone. Yeah, I know. Serana be like the only man to ever.
The only man ever.
To ever.
I guess the only person ever, because technically he's non-binary, or they're non-binary. But yeah,
I love them.
you guys enter and you see just a kind of frazzled, like super, just like busy elven woman. Kind of rushes over towards you as you enter. All right, well, this is a little bit awkward. We have one room and you're a lot of you, so
We're used to it.
okay. So you want it? Find a seat wherever you can, and we'll get you some food, some mead, some ale, whatever you need.
Why is it so busy today here?
We've had a lot of travelers coming up from Cumberland City. Apparently the king's been murdered.
Oh, wow. Really?
Wow.
What?
You guys.
That-
You guys are terrible.
Brennan doesn't say a goddamn thing.
Nothing.
that is
No reaction.
bad.
Yeah,
That
a lot
is
of
really
a lot of
bad.
these merchants were locked down in Cumberland for a whole day. They finally let them out, and they had to stop here for the evening. So yeah, we're a bit overbooked. It looks like
Oh,
it.
that's fine. That's better than, sleeping. Although some of us will keep on sleeping on a sleeping bag, but or a bedroll, however it is. But doesn't matter. We'll do as long as we have warm food and something to drink. I think that would be better than the alternative.
All right, you got
Hmm.
it. Well,
I look at the rest.
it's 5 coppers for the night. Leave it at the bar. I'll get you a key whenever I can. And she kind of quickly just rushes off
pay
to a
that.
different table.
Don't worry, honey. That's fine.
I want to mention the second we walked in, Doran split away from the party. Started moving away. He's also the dogs are like they seem to be trying to not be noticed.
Well, stealth checks for
because
the dogs.
because a lot of places would be like, get the dogs out of here. 9. I just say 19.
9.
9 and 4. This
Oh,
is, I think,
Lord.
the worst stealth checks they've had so far.
Yes.
Do they have a 0 to this? To
Haha.
the...
And it's all fine. Oh, why is her passive
God.
Best without trace.
16?
Look, they don't have any skills. Because
Oh,
my subclass doesn't give them skills, and they also have no saving throws.
nice.
That's right.
16 Insula is fine. She knows how to be discreet. Being raised by an elf be like that. However, Adra and Arden are just kind of like trotting along Doran. You see Arden kind of like leans up onto a table near what looks like this two like Antivan individuals currently playing what looks like some sort of card game. And he just like reaches up and just grabs an entire turkey leg off one of their plates. He just hears, hey, 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 hey! As they just,
It's my leg.
as they just scream out, like pointing at this dog. You see the woman kind of rushes back, hearing the commotion. What the? Why are the? Whose dogs are these?
He waits a second, but if it seems like she's gonna like round on the dogs, he'll step forward.
Shoo! Out!
Come on, they're not the bad dogs. They'll, behave mostly.
Roll
I
roll
give-
persuasion check.
Oh, I was about to give him money.
I was gonna
I
convince
will
her.
gladly make this. Should I make this at disadvantage? Because let's be honest, I probably shouldn't be in here.
No, this is a roadside lodge. Like they get all sorts in here. So
Wow.
yeah, that tracks. No, we have a kennel for rent outside for a reason. See to it, mister.
What if I would any payment be able to have them sleep with us? They have been doing that for a while now.
There's only one room available, and there's already 7 of you.
We're very comfortable with each other.
Oh.
Oh.
Hate that.
Oh.
But
Doran also says, "Oh."
She says that in the
Yeah.
most. She says that in the most stone face, serious.
All right.
I can bunk out with the dogs. It's fine.
All right.
Not gonna lie, who's ever sharing a wall with us tonight? Oh boy.
We
I
are
don't
not
know.
going to be able to stay in this tavern, you
I
guys.
don't know what
I
that
hate
means.
this.
I'll be in the kennel.
Pennon, before you leave, should we get a cart at some point or no?
Morning. Do it in the
All
morning.
right.
Well, here's your key. Find a seat. I'll bring you some food. We only have one
Leo
thing on
looks
the
at the key.
menu.
All right, we're 4B. Anybody 4A in here? Anybody 4A? No.
Yeah, you
I
see,
just-
you see two heavily armored men in the back, kind of like, oh yeah, we're for AY.
I'm sorry, is all I'm saying. I'm just.
Yo, what
If-
was that?
No, don't worry. Do you have like cloth that you can put in your ears tonight?
I hit-
He just goes back to his seat, like, huh, I don't know what that means. I'm gonna just not talk to you anymore.
Yeah, you'll find out.
I have
All right.
no idea what that was about.
I
So
think he's trying to traumatize the child even more.
the elven woman again just scurries off like, "Oh no, we have swingers in the
No, I'm
tavern."
gonna run to her. I'm
Swingers
gonna
with
run.
a
Oh no,
I'm
we
gonna
have
run to
swingers.
her and say, "Hey, darling, don't worry. He's a bit of a, he tries to be funny, but he's working on his humor. I'm really a one-man person.
Can
And right
can I
now
hear
I have
that?
nobody, so
Well, perception
fine.
check.
What the
Don't
hell
worry
is
about it."
happening?
I'm sorry. Are you propositioning me? Is that what?
I wasn't, but now that you think of it, you're rather
Cassian.
attractive.
No!
What's your armor class?
Right now, 19.
Get him. Get him. No.
Wow, even with a +1. She you watch as she's holding a platter in one hand. With her left hand, she rears back and just decks you right in the jaw. You
I
take
love
2
her.
points of damage.
All right, I
Then
deserve that.
falls to a
You
knee
could
and
have just
goes
said,
to
"No,
sleep.
I'm a respectful man."
You don't
Ah,
walk into an establishment and proposition a woman. That is rude. And she
I'm
just
not. I'm
kind
just.
of
I'm.
she turns
Mm,
with a huff and begins to serve food to other
I
people.
know it would have sufficed. I wouldn't force you to do anything. I'm respectful. Oh God.
The god sliding his fingers together for shame.
She
You-
packs a punch.
You definitely deserve that.
Can I slap you too?
I really want to as well.
Are you going to sleep with me after?
God no.
Then no.
Technically, he is.
Well,
I mean,
not
we'll
in
be
that
in the
sense.
same room.
Do you,
We'll
What?
be
is that how you
Turn
like it? Oh, I
yourself.
just learned. Cassian likes it rough, everyone.
Oh,
Does not surprise me.
I'm about 2
God.
seconds from going outside and sleeping in the kennel.
Hey Sin, can we can we sleep outside with the dog?
Yeah, we can. I'm
Nice.
gonna turn on our radio. None of this. Fuck you guys.
That was something.
And then also after dinner.
Born, the second the mistress walked away, he immediately crouched down and whispered to his dogs, something. I don't care if you make perception checks or not. But he whispers something to his dogs before he stands up and tries to just stay inside with them.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pick the turkey leg that the dog stole.
She's walked away. He's hoping she won't. Like she's so frazzled. He's hoping she won't turn around.
Okay.
I'm trying to pick the turkey leg that
Actually,
the dog stole.
Arden
and put him back to the plate.
Arden devoured
Ah,
that turkey
damn
leg.
it.
That's just gone. Yeah. Since has what 17 passive.
Yeah.
Then she probably notices the weird thing that he says to his dog because he has to say it loud enough to be over the bustle to them. He had whispered, "Be careful, be careful, Felicity. Alana would have had your head for doing something like that in her home." Very clearly saying a word in Elven, calling his dog a fool.
What?
Mm.
And
Fuck you guys.
and mention a name like an Elvish name.
Yeah. Oh my god. Do I be a bitch?
Yes.
Be a
Yes.
bitch.
Yes,
Always.
please.
Always be a bitch.
On the way, I don't want to be okay. We'll see how long he can stay hidden in this tavern. If it's not by the time that
right-
I go outside after dinner, I'm gonna go tell the lady that he's standing in the tavern.
Wow. No, it takes all of the time it takes her to run back to the kitchen and bring you guys. The only thing that is like left on the menu because of all the people here, they weren't prepared for this. Which is just fresh bread and some sort of like vegetable stew.
Fun.
Yeah. I'll eat that shit.
So if you add your prepared venison to it, it's a pretty fucking good meal. But
I guess too.
yeah. And as she comes back, she looks at you, Doran. Looks at the dogs.
He doesn't even have to say anything. He's very quickly heading towards the door. Like he knows
Yeah.
what an admonishing face looks like. He's like,
Yes,
okay.
that's what I thought. Don't make me get my father in here.
Ooh.
He's got a shotgun.
Everything was a good time. As he just rushes out. Like that fake grin on his face the entire time.
She kind of like straightens out, puts the food on the table for you all, and then quickly kind of rushes off back to helping everyone else in this place. Just so you know, for the meal, it's 25 coppers each. So no, I'm sorry, 5 coppers each. Looked at the wrong thing.
No problem.
Money works for sure.
You don't know how money works?
Yeah,
25.
I got it.
Trying to rat on me? Yeah. She really was, though. Anything you guys wish to do while you're here, or you just eating and then sleeping?
No.
Are those really cool people we met last time we were at the
Oh,
The adventurers?
No,
No.
they're not.
depressing.
The present.
Sad. How we run into those guys again? They were great. Help
We're
us out.
great.
I don't get to be jealous of a guy trying to steal my best friend from me, or a non-binary canary trying to steal my best friend from me.
Yeah, they were pretty awesome.
I like
Or
to
does
do.
not come back inside after he leaves, by the way.
Somebody should go bring
Just-
that man his food.
Just leave. Just I'll take.
It's not gonna be me,
who
but
went
somebody should go
outside?
do it.
Who went outside?
Doran.
Fennon and Doran.
No, Finn's still inside, but she's gonna go to sleep outside.
Stored in
When...
his dogs.
All right, I'm
Yeah.
gonna go give him some fucking food.
Okay.
Here, soup and bread.
Oh, impressive meal. He'll take it, but he actually does smile. I'd say thank you. Don't get a hot meal often.
We should be so lucky. All right, are you good out here?
Well, if I'm not gonna let me take my friends in, then yes, I'm good out here.
All right, good. You can keep an eye if anybody attacks the inn. I go back inside.
After the meal, Ben
God
and
damn.
Solo probably walk out just like. See, she didn't just nab a turkey leg out of someone's hand.
Yeah, you see, and it's all like kind of give Art an admonishing look and just kind of just like
I
bark.
trained him as well as I could, but he stopped being around people when he was only a few months old. You can't blame him.
Yeah, that's fair.
He's just sitting there like
Give him a little
his
scratch.
tongue like hanging out the side of his mouth, just.
That was a good leg. Delicious.
Treat him well for that. That was bad, Arden.
Yeah, you see,
You
and
know it is.
just walks over and like bites him on the ear. And Arden just kind of.
Ow.
You see, like
stop.
and Insala like almost like takes the alpha roll for a second.
I had dogs that did that exact thing.
Mm-hmm.
She is
Females?
older, right?
She
A
is.
black
Agent-
lab.
Yeah.
Probably.
Oh, Adrian and Arden? No, they're siblings. But the females
No,
typically
and
take,
Insala is older.
and
Yeah.
Insala a bit. My fault.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they're young. These pups. But as they're playing around, he's gonna look towards Fed and say, "I thought of a good weapon for the boy, though. I set it over there." And he points to the other side of the like porch area you're on.
Oh, what is it?
We'll take a peek.
All right, she goes and looks.
The second you turn around and start walking, he's going to pull out a bola and toss it at her.
And miss probably.
Miss
I would say
probably.
I would say she's
I had advantage,
surprised
though,
you have
'cause she's-
advantage. Yeah.
Sitting on the porch, like what?
Are you just assaulting her right now?
Yes.
I'm hitting with crit 27, so I
What
get
the
it.
fuck?
What?
You turn around and start walking, and you just feel something wrap around your legs, and you fall.
Yeah. A bola just wraps
We met
around
this
you.
man
It's the
four-
BBG, guys. This
We
is
met
how
this
it
man
starts.
4 days ago. He's already pulling pranks.
I feel like this is when Isen walks out to the kennel and is like, "This is not happening." I
I'm
just
gonna go
turned
back
back.
inside.
She like flips over and just like middle fingers up at him. You bastard!
He is roaring with laughter.
She
he's
kind of
like-
laughs too.
Doesn't hurt anyone, hardly a weapon, it's still useful to defend
It
himself.
hurt my fucking nose. I face planted. Ah, bastard. She's like,
Oh, I hurt my nose, don't you know?
oh, fuck yourself.
When did Fennon become one of the Beatles?
Potatoes fucking pronounce when they've hurt, you bastard. She mimics.
Yeah, every Danish is Welsh.
Apparently.
I couldn't do a Welsh accent. Fuck off.
It takes about a solid moment after you said you fell on your face for him to stop laughing.
She unties herself. Bastard.
Something like that would be good for him, though. It would let him run away.
No, it's not a bad idea. Work on that one next. I was making him a practice sword. I'm not going to give him an actual blade for at least 2 years, but it's good to learn the basics.
Like
You get your
12 still
first sword at 12.
Yeah, that's what he said. I just know his age.
First of all, I got my first gun when I was 7 years old. So
Yeah,
Say that.
yeah. No,
Don't,
but like
don't expose how fucked up Florida is.
Yeah, is this the shining example of when we should be handing
I'm
children?
just saying.
No,
Just saying.
no, my family was the same. The boys got a gun at 10. The boys got a
What
rifle
the
at 10.
fuck?
I don't understand Americans.
Yep.
Yo, fucking wild.
And oddly enough, ironically enough, like I think that same year was the first time I ever got drunk. So
So you know.
All
Right.
Floridians.
But yeah, no.
Floridians.
after you train him, he'll know what to do. He'll know enough
What's
not
up,
to kill himself by the time
Yeah.
I give it to him.
Let's be honest, those people for old and probably know how to use a knife by 12.
Oh, easily.
They don't have law there effective.
Especially if you grew up in Denham.
The sooner
Yeah.
The sooner you start training them, the better they'll be. They'll get an
I
actual
agree.
blade for a while.
But Sin was eyeing us a bit when we were trying to teach him how to use a toy effectively, a sling. Every
Well-
boy knows how to use that by age 10.
Take an eye out with that.
Listen, that's why I give it a longer timeline. Let her warm up to the idea. All right, help me the fuck up, you bastard.
You would go over and help her up.
I'll probably
In
just pick her
return-
up. Weighs 90 pounds.
When he picks up the bowl line, you see him like, your passive's high, yeah?
Yeah. 16.
Actually, let's see.
Ah, fuck.
You can make a check. You see him putting it away. Usually. You see he goes and puts it behind his sash and almost loops it around a I don't want to call it a hook. Basically a strip of cloth that's sewn in there. He wraps it around that and hides it away within one of the sashes that he has wrapped around him.
Look at all your little hideouts. Those are great.
He like puts his hands together, then like separates them. Like, what can I say? Almost. And he says, "If you want to be inconspicuous, you can't walk around showing all your knives."
She like lifts up the little half skirt that she has over her breeches, and there's 2 daggers strapped to her leg.
He smiles to that, and he like lifts up one of the sashes, as well as like the sort of half cloak he has, as well as that you see inside his sleeve. You see multiple daggers within that area. Like strapped away in the fold.
Just like poke him in the ribs, like right next to them.
Right. If you poke him in the ribs, you would hit another dagger.
Shit, you're strapped.
I have a habit of throwing my weapons, so I keep at least a dozen on me, usually more.
Not a bad idea. Try not
Well.
to throw these as she passes her swords. They're a little unwieldy for that.
You say she passes her swords?
Pats.
Okay. He's like, no, not exactly balanced sports.
I think I'm better at throwing knives. She kind of like, I don't know.
They're not the best weapon,
Nah.
but they're an inconspicuous one.
True. She kind of looks at her bow, which is almost as tall as she is. She's like, yeah. This is hard to hide. But, it works.
How long have you been hunting?
Oh, God. And she kind of like has to think. 10 years?
I suppose I should also ask how old are you?
19.
He raised like an eyebrow. They took you out of your house young, didn't they?
Like I never stay in the house. No, it was I mean, I was running around the woods before that, for sure.
There's a kid who doesn't sneak out the city. Not a fun kid.
No. Started with a slingshot. Rabbits, squirrels, that kind of thing. But
Dogs were first for me. Father took me outside the city. He took me outside the city. When I was 10. Started showing me how to hunt the dogs.
yeah.
Hunt with the dogs, I should say. I
Same.
think it was actually 11 or 12 before I actually used a weapon myself. Before that, I wasn't allowed. It wasn't me that he was afraid. He would have kicked my ass if he thought I didn't know how to fight. But he thought I would rely on it too much.
Mine didn't, don't think he cared over much, but it was easier for me to just run around with the dogs and have him watch me, so.
That's a bit.
Game Master took a shine to me, though. Taught me to use a bow. He's nice. But, and then I was useful. Help with the dogs, on hunts, and that kind of thing, so.
He'll hold his hand out for the bow. He'll hold his hand out to you and say, "Mind if I see the bow?"
Aye. You pull it. Pride and joy.
Do you hand it over to him, or do you show it to him? Okay, he takes it. It's magic, right? It's weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is a Dalish
It's,
hunter's bow.
It's Dalish make. It's.
Yep.
It's fucking beautiful.
That's what that's.
We found it, and we met the clan it was taken from, and because we'd helped them, they let me keep it.
He would grab the strings and like pull it back. And you see for a second, like he struggles and has to put it back, like slowly leave it back, and he has to like reposition his draw to do it. This time it goes kind of smoothly. It's like it's been 4 or 5, no, maybe a bit longer since I've last drawn a bow.
You use different muscles. If you're not used to it, it hurts.
He'll nod and again, he doesn't dry fire. He never will do that. He slowly puts it back and offers it back. I was a spear hunter, actually.
Yeah.
He'll nod.
They,
I felt better running with the hounds than staying behind.
Never use a spear over much. They, the ones they had for the boar, they were too big for me. I always felt off balance.
Wonder why when it's bigger than you.
Yeah, that didn't help much. It's more my speed.
But yeah, we can continue. Like basically, Dorn will continue just talking about hunting and
bonding time.
Bonding
for the Ferelden nerds.
Ferelden nerds. Not gonna spend the whole session roleplay with just Laner.
Yes. Why not?
Yeah, so Laner and I'll see a show now.
Proceed.
All right.
They eventually find a place to.
Yeah, the kennels the kennels are comfortable for like, you know, dogs and animals.
And Dorn.
But you can make it comfortable if need be. Eventually your I think, joined by Easton and Verlin.
Yeah, did they come up?
Was the plan. But it's like tiny. I mean, tinier than a room upstairs.
No,
Listen.
the kennels are actually enclosed in their own like small like barn like building.
Incredible.
And then they have like large like hay filled cages
I will-
for
Do they
for
have a hay
animals.
loft?
I will just
they
say
do, yeah.
upstairs, Eason gets the bed. Just saying.
Yeah.
Eason and the boy gets the bed. She's a mother. They gotta be
That's
comfortable.
that's tempting.
Don't sleep on the floor.
No,
Yeah.
y'all get the bed. I'm an elf. I've been outside for like.
Of course, then you have Leo there, like banging up.
Yeah, Leo's like. That's
I imagine
hilarious.
Eason like comes out to door and tossing hay from the hay loft to Fenton so she can make we can make a hay bed basically.
Yeah.
Make a little sling patch.
Before Easton leaves, Idika would like to go up to her and real quick. Eason.
Right.
Sorry to hold you from sleep, but I had a question for you.
Shoot.
It's been on my mind for a bit, but I've been holding it off a bit. But I figure, well, it never hurts to ask.
She raises an eyebrow, like, proceed.
My knowledge of the arcane is rudimentary at best, and he takes out his formula book. I do recognize a keeping of one's own material, such as my own, and he opens up a few pages. And I was just wondering, considering that we are headed into a place where a landmark where of elves. I am always, as I said, trying to expand my horizons. There's always the possibility that we may find some form of older versions of alchemy. And that being said, and he holds up his alchemy book to one of the pages. It's just has some basic alchemic formula on how to make the blade ward cantrip or extract. Did you, by any chance, happen to find or see anything that looks like this within this spell book that you found in the old underwater civilization?
She leans in and narrows her eyes a bit and quickly runs her gaze over the writing, and then she sort of bristles a bit.
It's a lot of math.
I'm assuming that you're referring to the book that she's been reading.
Yeah, the spell.
Yeah. Because it wasn't a spell book. But she didn't tell anybody what was inside. It was just an old book.
Oh, I thought it was a spell book. I thought that's what.
No.
No. It's a history book.
It's more of someone's diary from long ago.
Yeah.
First-hand account.
She sort of bristles a bit. Right, well, I don't have anything that looks like that. And if I did, I'd toss it your way, but, what's in that book is none of your business. None of anybody else's business either.
But
it's not that.
I'm always looking for new methods and means of applying my medical capabilities. Starts closing up the book. Speaking of which, if there is anything that you need in regards to your boy, as well, I do apologize, but the idea of him becoming immune to fire somehow is quite attention grabbing. But if you feel that there are any concerns for his well-being, feel free to come knock at my door at any time. Or rather, as we travel together, just turn in my general direction and say something.
You're worried I might have concern for his well-being.
You cut out a bit, sorry.
You're worried that I might have concerns for his well-being.
No,
I mean,
he may, as far as I know, he is not your child, but he is still your charge, and if there is anything, at any moment you feel, well, if you ever need a doctor, you have one on hand. I'm not good with words, I do apologize if I am not making any sense.
she draws back. She spent the better part of this conversation sort of withdrawing, which is how she spends most conversations, sort of pulling into herself. She's not very into the whole speak thing. But
She would have
just
made an
gives a
excellent keeper.
Stiff nod. Right, yeah, sure. If I bleeding out, I'll be sure to give you a holler.
Very nice night, Ethan.
You too, Doctor.
You too, young man. Sleep well.
Oh, you too.
Go.
Now go back inside and...
I'm in a bed. I've taken the bed
Well, there you go.
upstairs.
Incredible.
If there's space upstairs in the room, I'll set up my table.
Yeah,
so I can
absolutely.
work on it in the morning.
You guys can easily make room.
If Isen is not
if you
gonna
need to.
take the bed, I'm taking the bed.
Easy peasy,
Fucking
baby.
Cassian.
Is this scene going outside?
Yeah.
Well, before that, as you guys are walking, Verlin just kind of looks up at you. He said, "You never did say what was in that book you keep reading." You don't look too happy when you're reading it.
It makes me very sad, actually.
Is it a sad book?
The fact that the book is what's left is the sad part. History can be fascinating, but I find it very, very sad.
It's a history book.
It's a piece of history.
Can I read it?
She stops dead in her tracks and is going to turn to him and crouch down and put her hands on his shoulders and look him dead in the eyes. One day, in a really long time, when you're the keeper of our clan, then you'll get to read the book. It'll be my gift to you.
Oh. I guess that makes sense. Alright.
For now, you can let me carry it.
Alright. Well, I mean, I am your first, so you don't have to carry it all by yourself.
She's gonna, like, ruffle his little hair. This is the best kid. I complain about children so much, but this kid's good.
She kind of blushes a little bit and is like, no. Like, waves your hand away like an embarrassed child.
Alright, you. It's been a long month. Let's get some sleep.
Alright. I like the Mabari, though. I'm glad we get to sleep with them. They're fun.
The dogs are pretty cute. Yeah. I mean, they don't got nothing on the Hala, but they're alright.
They don't. You see, like, Verlin just like goes into like a memory as he's just like walking along.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, you guys, those in the barn, or the kennel, eventually see, Ethan and Verlin kind of walking up.
And when they do, Dorn gets back up, and goes back up to the hayloft to start tossing back down more hay for their bedding. But while he's up there, tossing it down to him, assuming probably Fennon, would be helping him.
Mm-hmm.
He would just say, Have I offended you, Isin?
I don't know. I mean, yes.
May I ask what I've done?
Well, I know that I don't always make the best first impression. But typically people who shiver in disgust when they look at me are not my kin. So.
You see him immediately peek out from like over the edge of the hayloft and say, There was no disgust there. None. I'm sorry that you've taken it that way.
Mm.
I feel something around you people. A shiver down my spine. For most of you anyways. Not the doctor, not the one that sinks into the shadows, oddly enough. It's like I feel something. Never met a mage before. I guess.
Well.
There was no disgust there. Genuinely. Like he went from like laughing for a second to very serious again.
Suppose I'm quick to jump to conclusions.
Fair assumption. He goes back down to tossing hay. It's a fair assumption. Many are assholes. I don't blame you.
They certainly. But that's not your problem, now is it?
Suppose not.
You're following us up to the plains, cause you're chasing the heralds.
Yes, Fenton told me about that earlier. I planned on it, if you'll have me. Or if you won't.
Suppose there's no use using this like a carrot on a stick. And when he makes his way down from the hayloft, she's gonna toss him whatever Mythiori handed to her.
Alright.
I can't read it. I'll be honest, I did try.
Boy, oh boy. Can Dorn, he very like instantly and hones in on it. Can Dorn read it?
What languages do you know?
Common,
Wait.
Elven, and Norwegian.
Yeah, I think we've been over this already. Only one person can read it. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
Tavine. Yeah.
Wonderful.
That's how
Oh my god,
Mythiori-
wait, yeah.
That's how Mythiori
was
could read it. Yeah.
It was Savine. Did you read it? What did it say? Did I write this down?
No, I don't think anyone handed it to Cassian.
Okay.
No one showed me.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, Dorn looks at it, but his face just goes to like a deep frown. Can't read a word of it.
Do I know that it is Savine? Probably not, right?
You've probably seen the book that Cassian has read a couple of times. You know what You know what the language
I
looks
can
like.
context clues it from the fact that Mithiori seems to know what was going on, and
Yeah.
she's a Tevinter,
Yeah.
and she gets this big smile on her face as she begins to snicker. You know, I know who can read it.
He immediately perks up. Who?
She sort of leans on her staff with this big, like, you poor motherfucker smile on her face. Well, I suppose if you wanted to ask Cassian, I'm sure he could do it for you.
He keeps the smile, but just blinks
Stress
blankly
lines.
at you.
Well, I'm sure he'd be happy to read it for you. And then after he's done reading it, I'm sure he'd be happy to wax poetic about it for the next 30 minutes as well.
I have to ask the Tevinter.
Oh, yes, you do. Unless you're willing to wait until we get back to Cumberland, and then, well, I've got a more palatable event who can read it for you.
Wow, the bullying is strong.
He crouches
She's
down.
clearly amused by this. This is all
Oh, yeah.
rivet. But
He
yeah.
like drops down very dramatically, putting his head between his like knees, like no.
This turned into a very anime scene.
Yeah.
It's very exaggerated. It's
yeah,
very
super
clearly
exaggerated. Yeah.
He's
because-
right upstairs. I'm sure if you know what? I'll do you a favor. I'd go walk up there right now and tell him that you're just dying to talk to him, and she'll round on a heel and start like slowly
I have a
waltzing
better
towards
idea.
the door.
What if you delivered it to him and just told me what it said?
Oh. I do have a brain in my head. Fortunately. For you, I guess. I've made this your problem now, effectively, so. Best of luck to you.
Fennin, we've become very quick friends. Yeah?
Staring at a sin. There is no way that woman is more palatable. I know Cassian's Cassian, but like, come on. She's infuriating.
She might be infuriating to you, but
she's hot.
At least it has a
One, she's
clutch.
hot. We reached a bit of an understanding.
What?
I went to go on Cassian's request, because Cassian does things and then expects people to follow through. I had to go show off the rod. And I went to go see her.
And she was more palatable.
Well, she's no Cassian. If every word is just as bad, but there's half the amount of words, suddenly they're half bad.
Twice as palatable.
That's math.
Then it kind of like considers this. I don't think I can argue with that.
I've really logicked it out. Yeah.
Shit.
Sure.
Well, fuck. Well, they're both bad. We can agree on that.
I mean,
the bullying.
They have a trait in common that does make them bad. Yes.
Can I check his sin to see if she just has thoughts?
Sure, roll an
I would
insight
also
check.
like to insight check this.
Yeah, absolutely.
Definitely has the hots.
Please let me know my match mark.
Okay,
making
one,
is-
she's a little hot, but two, I'm very intrigued at the idea of a Tevinter who continues to greet me in Elvish. Why do you speak that?
Why do you speak that?
Alright. You just like the way she looks.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean,
oh, she is very pretty.
She just goes, yeah, fair.
she certainly is very pretty, but that's not it. She
What is it?
she speaks. Well, she speaks Elvish.
Yeah.
Like proper greeting, familiar well. Why is that?
Every rose has its thorn.
Like ugly jealous face, just like sure I could speak English.
Instead, actually starts laughing. She's like leaning her full body weight on her staff because she's having a hard time holding herself up with how much she's laughing at. I can speak Elvish.
Wait, did Bennett say I wish I could speak Elvish?
I'm canonizing it
Yeah,
if she didn't.
Doran also laughs a bit, but he looks at her and says, "You don't know it."
Why the fuck would I know it? Who would have taught me? You ever
Yeah,
been
to be
a
fair,
druid?
it's
Any of those elves who can speak it?
a bit of a rare skill.
He says once or twice in Elvish.
She narrows her eyes at him and is like, "What the fuck?"
Closest thing and throw it at Doran. Not you two, you bloody bastard!
How weird. That's two shims who know our language now.
What?
He's still using the slur.
Why is that? And she's getting progressively more frustrated. I went my entire life never having met a single one of you who didn't bother to fucking know the difference between, I don't know, fucking Elvish and Dwarvish. And now I've met two of you in the past month.
I've wanted to learn that all my goddamn life, and what? Ah! She just starts like throwing handfuls of hay at Doran.
He's laughing his ass off.
Ah, fucker. Shit. I mean, I know a few phrases, but like that doesn't count.
Where skill like that? Do they don't really care that much, do they? Does everybody know it and I'm just not in on it? I thought
I don't fucking know it.
My
Which-
brother had married an elf.
Huh?
So I spent a few years with her.
oh. Your brother, she gets back up against the wall and is like leaning on the wall. Your brother married a city elf?
Never met a city elf that speaks it.
Well,
He kind
You
of
get lucky
taps his
occasionally.
finger on his hand, and says, "I guess it's a bit more complex than that." She was, but she spent a while around her people, I guess.
Huh. Wild. Wild.
And then he turns to Fennin, and quietly whispers, "What do you think I'm saying?" in Elvish. Very like teasingly.
She like has her face kind of turned down, but she's looking up like under her brows at you, you know, in that kind of way. And just like you could see like her tongue kind of like suck on her teeth like I oughta fucking punch you. I don't understand what you're saying.
Stop pouting. You said you know her favorite phrases.
And like as
It's
she
the
gets
first
more
step.
and more frustrated with this, like you hear her voice start to mimic Sin's kind of accent more and more.
Ooh.
It's so obvious. She wants it so bad. I don't know it.
You're taking the steps to know it.
Well, she always just speaks to me in common.
Well, if it was getting under your skin so bad that she didn't know it, I would have put more work in. Fuck. She'll get real close.
Look, I know how you Dalish are about their. I didn't want to ask for too much.
I mean, it's clear to me that someone of yours was quite enamored with the culture. Fennin. Wolfheart.
What?
Are you And she like blue screens for a second. Are you telling me they gave you an elvish name? They didn't even bother to tell you what it means.
I don't know. She never did, but I don't know if she knew or just pulled it out of a story. My mom.
Right.
She died when I was pretty little. She was really into all the Dalish stories and stuff. I don't, but like city elf stories, the Dalish before.
Right. Yeah. Oh, I know.
Fennin just like
We,
she's very uncomfortable. She's very sheepish about this. Like,
we my clan, we had a couple of folks who, I don't want to say converted, so I'll say returned. They lived amongst the city folk, and I guess they decided themselves to come back among the people. So I've heard quite a few of the. Of course, we took them. Some clans get a bit more particular about the divide, but I mean, if
he was a warden and shit, I never got taken a piss out of so much as he did when he.
Can barely hear you. Oh my god.
He was pretty mean about it.
yeah,
I haven't met many more Dalish than that, so.
some get real uppity about bloodline and the divide and everything, but as far as I'm concerned, we all came from the same people, and if you're willing to learn about where you came from and you put in the fucking work, then you're a member of my clan for sure. We're all the same.
Oh, does this mean Finnan's our second?
I don't know, Finn. Are you?
You have a Borison, and you know magic.
She certainly does.
I don't know what that means.
In the Dalish clans, we're conservative about where we keep our magic. Each clan typically only has 3 tops. There's the keeper, the one who is sort of in charge, keeps the history, maintains order. There's the first, and there's the second. The line of succession.
Right.
And I mean, I'm a keeper, and he's my first, and she's gonna elbow Verlin a little bit like this guy. You know?
He smiles. He smiles brightly.
Yeah. And so, you know, I mean, if you're putting in the fucking work.
You'd want me to be.
I would.
We're not very impressive no more, but
That's not very true. We're very impressive.
you know what? You're right. Yes, we are.
As far as I'm concerned, my clan has the best keeper in all of Thetis.
Wow.
You're too sweet, kid. Just wait. Once you get to Ardlefen, you'll see that there's bigger and better things out there.
I'd put in the fucking work.
Oh, and
You're damn
maybe
right, Julie.
maybe Miss Fennon, if you're up for it, once you learn Elvish, perhaps you can get your Valis.
I'm no expert, but I do know. It's not easy.
I'd love to learn.
Yeah. Y'all in the chat, Iseta's finished the book about 72 different times
so she
and
knows a lot of
already
shit
knows.
about them.
So she's
I
like,
know that already.
oh, let's go.
I know you know the truth, and it's hurting you.
Let's go.
Eating you inside.
Valentina. Woo.
We're gonna read
Yay! Yay, slave markings.
I'm gonna have to be legally obligated to tell Fennon before I do this to her.
Yes.
Be like, just so you know, our people think this is something totally different
slave
now. We're very respected. We respect it a lot. We love it. I will be putting ancient slave markings on your face though if you vibe with this. Yeah.
Dragon Age, baby.
Yeah.
Anyway,
This entire conversation has like slid back a bit. Just staying scarce. It's completely quiet.
Yeah. Place. Know your place, Shem. Fuck you.
I know your place, Shem.
Fennon will. She looks very grateful and very excited. I'm sorry if my first act in this clan will be to stage a coup, and then she's gonna scoop up Berlin and just toss him.
Oh man.
You toss him up. He starts giggling. This like bit of energetic energy gets some Abari's like up and kind of like a little playful.
Yeah. They're like, oh, playtime.
He
Yeah,
said he's
basically.
going to lean down and like pat Fennon on the shoulder. Alright, Fennon of Clan Lethabilis. Let's get that coup started. And she's gonna fucking try and rile up the dogs more.
And the Mabari begin to bark and become energetic and rowdy, and chase Verlin around the kennel into the night as you guys eventually settle down to sleep. The rest of you actually, I mean, at least two of you, if Cassian wants to share the bed with Serana, or one of the other lads.
I don't know.
Doesn't
I'm
matter.
downstairs.
Whoever.
I'm downstairs for a little bit, and
Oh,
then
okay.
and then I'll go upstairs. But if nobody down here is cool, then I'll go upstairs.
We're all always up for cuddling.
Sadly, a lot of them they just seem like super bored merchants. Like, they were locked down in Cumberland. Like, whatever they were selling has either been sold, or if it's like food, it's like fucking rotted. And they're just trying to get back to wherever they came from. Most likely Nevarra City.
Can I try something?
Yeah, absolutely.
I wanna see what the current rumor mill is. I wanna go up to some bored merchant that looks like he's just about to slam his head against the table and try to strike up a conversation and say, so I haven't been in Cumberland in a while. What exactly have you heard about the king?
Yeah, as you approach, you see this it's like bored merchant. You can see he's like his kind of like traveler's cap is like on the table. You can see he's wearing this like fine, like very fine Nevarran like doublet, and like, you know, the very Nevarran like black and grays coloring, and he's just like has his head in like one hand and is just like absent-mindedly just like twirling a quill in his finger. It looks like he was in the middle of writing something and then just got so bored he just started twirling the quill. And as you approach and say that, he's, "Alright, what was that then? What'd you say?"
Any idea what happened to the king? It was surprising hearing that from the innkeeper. Haven't been in Cumberland in a while.
Yeah, well, you know, apparently the king was assassinated. Someone said that someone said that he was trapped in some time thing, or his heart was ripped. There's so many things. No one can get a story straight, but everyone comes to the conclusion that the King of Nevarra is in fact dead, and Ferdinand Pentagast will be taking the throne.
Wow. So sudden.
It was very sudden. I was at the party, but I didn't see what was happening. 1 second, everything was fine, and we were all dancing, and then the next second, everyone's running in a fury of just craziness. So,
Was this motherfucker at the party, or is he just saying shit?
roll an insight check.
Natural 20.
Natural 20.
What a
He
waste.
was at the fucking party. he's probably just recounting other people's stories.
Man, everybody's such a clout chaser.
Yeah.
Fucking hell. Time. That's ridiculous. How?
I don't. Yeah, it's everyone has different stories. But
Well,
you know, I suppose it is what it is. If this didn't get him in, I'm sure time or harsh wind would have. So,
well, I'm a mercenary by trade. All kings pay the same anyway. And I raise up a tankard and drink it.
Mr. Ferdinand hopefully lowering the taxes, huh? And he clinks his
Indeed.
chalice towards yours and finishes his own drink.
Well, have a good night.
You as well. You
And I
wouldn't happen to have coin to spend, would you?
What do you need it for?
My guard stayed back in Cumberland to do what they do, I suppose, and hunt down the assassins. It's all a mess. And I don't want to be carrying around what it is that I am currently carrying around. So I was wondering if, since you're a mercenary type, you get around to adventuring and whatnot, if you would be interested in purchasing what wares I have remaining.
Purchase where?
I'm sorry. Who exactly are you?
What do you mean?
What's your name? I'm Serrano, by the way.
I'm sorry, you don't get up to Nevarra City very often, do you?
No, not at all.
You see, he puts his cap on, like, tilts it to the side a bit, takes his quill and flicks it around, puts it in behind his ear to make it look like a feather is poking out of the cap, and pulls out a card and hands it to you. I'm the magnificent Morocco.
Morocco. Have I heard that?
No.
Okay.
And as he
Pleasure
hands
to meet you.
as he hands you the card, you see the card is blank, and then as you like kind of flip it around and look at it, the light catches it, and a bit of like this lyrium ink catches the light and activates, and you see it just kind of shimmers, and you see a picture of him with a smile on his face, the address of his shop, and what appears to be the words enchanter underneath it.
Oh. Interesting. I thought you just a writer or something.
Oh no, I'm working on a new rune that I'm gonna get my assistant to figure out once I get back home. You just caught me on a bit of a lull. Typically I'm much more upbeat than this, but well, it's been a long couple of days.
All right. You said your gods are in Cumberland,
Correct.
and
I'm traveling alone.
you wish to get rid of what you want to sell. All right.
Well, I wish to sell what I have to sell. It's not much.
Sure. What do you have?
Follow me out to my cart. I'll show you. What's your name, by the way?
Sarana.
Sarana. Excellent. And he kind of stands up, folds up the piece of parchment, puts it in his doublet, and steps out of the inn towards where some of the carts are parked.
Do I see these four chuckle fucks outside?
No, they are inside like an enclosed, like very like small barn type structure where the kennel is. So you hear like the Mabari barking from inside.
What in the name of the maker are they doing? And I continue to follow this dude.
All right. As you continue to follow him,
Nah, sister.
Getting me to a secondary location.
Their location.
Oh god, I love that man. As you follow him out, he reaches the back of his carriage, and you see he opens the back, and pulls out this large chest. Pulls a ring of keys out, unlocks it, and flips it open. And you see inside the chest, like attached to the inside lid of it, the left and right hand walls of it, are like pockets and like latches and things of that nature. Most of which are empty. He probably did sell a lot of his wares already. But as he kind of pulls a few things out. One you see is this, very kind of twisted and gnarled, like 10-inch bit of like birch wood that is like spun at the end and is just like twisted into itself, almost like it's tangled. The wood itself is tangled in on itself. And you see 4 vials as well. He pulls out. This is what I have left of my wares, currently. And if you ever get up to the Nevarra city, you can see my actual shop, and I have much, much more. As an arm of the college, I have an entire team of people who help me create and expand my magical emporium.
Tim? Which direction is Nevarra city?
North. You're gonna pass right by it. That's why he's in this inn, because he's heading north back.
I smell profit. Okay, so let me see. All right, let me see the. What is this? And I would look at the wood bark looking thing.
All right. As you look at that, he goes, "This, my dear friend, is what my dwarven associate aptly named Wand of Entangle. When you point it at something, whether it be a person or item or whatever you wish, you can activate the magical rune that is within the wood itself with just a mere thought. And from the tip of this, that thing should become entangled in vines and greenery. It plays on an old dwarvish rune for capturing individuals with a little bit of a nature, Dalish-like flair."
All right.
And these vials are for lesser potions of healing, which are just normal potions of healing and 5e.
It's a pulse test, anyway. And how much for the wand?
The wand would run you about, just because I would like to get rid of it, because if I were to be attacked by bandits on the road, it could be quite disastrous. I'd be willing to part with the wand for, let's say, 125 silvers.
Wow. How much is a gold again? 100 silver, right?
Yeah.
Is he legit?
What do you mean?
Is he a snake oil salesman, or is he
Oh,
legitimately
roll
selling stuff?
roll an insight check.
Because he could just have gotten a stick off the side of a road, carve some shit on it, and tell me it's magic.
True.
Oh, fuck.
12? Seems legit.
How about, you said you're traveling back to Nevarra, right?
Nevarra City, yes. Should be
Alright.
there within 4 days, I think, as long as nothing stops me. I am alone, unfortunately, yes.
That is quite dangerous, don't you think?
Oh, it's incredibly dangerous. I mean, I have a bit of magical prowess, being a circle mage, but... well... sometimes your guards decide to stay back in a city that a king was assassinated in. So...
well, my group and I are making our way that direction. We have to pass by Nevarra City. And as I said, I am a mercenary by trade.
Are you making a counteroffer?
If we get you to your shop safely. Let me think. I'm not good at the player. The player is not good at making deals. So let me think of something. Can I discuss with my party as a player? Something.
Out of character? Yeah, of course. You guys are people. If you were at a real life table, you'd be having a conversation with each other, so it's fine.
Guys. Okay, so hear me out. This guy is an enchanter. He has no guards, and he's walking the direction we need to go, right? All we need to do is take him to this little town, but I don't know what reward he should give us. I was first thinking a discount on shit in his shop, but now I'm not sure if we just want money. If money sounds good.
Transparency, Ivan. You said he is alone without guard going in our direction. I thought you were about to suggest something really awful.
Oh, want to kill him? No, I'm not that character. Let's take his shit. No.
No, Serana is not like that at all.
I'm not that character at all.
I know for a fact you are. For a second, I was like, wait, what?
No, but seriously, what is a good reward other than money?
Discount's good. I mean,
discount, but what's a good percent?
Yeah.
20, 30? What
I
are we
don't
at?
know. No. You go high first, and then when he comes back, he's like, no, that's ridiculous. And then you go in the middle. So go for whatever the maximum you think.
Here's a good thing, right? Suggest 15%, haggle down to 10, but say that if you get attacked, you increase it for danger pay.
Yeah. I say exactly that.
Okay. So as you say,
never mind the circle mage walking with the blood mage.
As you say, 15%. He kind of looks at you. First of all, make a persuasion check.
Yay! Good job.
I'm proficient.
Does proficient matter? Really?
Don't worry, guys.
No,
I'm proficient.
Oh, man.
I'm also proficient and I roll crap every time. So
he looks at you for a second and goes,
"Oh, fuck me."
Well, I certainly don't want to be traveling alone. That would be awful and boring. And I'm much of a conversationalist. How about 10%?
Deal.
Are you?
Ivan.
Holy shit!
Deal. Done.
Unbelievable.
I'm at this guy with everything I got. I'm gonna get a good deal out of this. I'll give you 10%. You got it.
You got it. Son of a bitch, I'm in.
Whatever you said,
That's
We're
good
done.
enough for me.
Holy
Good enough
fuck!
for me.
That was the greatest
I-
grog moment I've ever seen in my life.
I have
Um,
0 to my intelligence.
he nods. Excellent, and he holds his hand out to shake yours.
All right.
You shake his hand.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. He's like, you have yourself a deal, Miss Serrano, and you said you're traveling with others.
Yes. We'll head out in the morning. Stick close to us. You should be safe.
Excellent. I look forward to it.
How big is this cart, by the way?
It's a carriage. It has enough space in the back, for probably about 4 people comfortably, and then 2 people on the
Nice.
front, the driver and the passenger.
Nice. I even got us some transport.
Great.
Perfect.
Nice.
All right.
We
Well-
just get it.
Which is what?
We just better not get attacked.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Just not get attacked at all.
Not
Just
at all.
don't get attacked, forehead.
Easy. Don't get
I'm
attacked
willing to kill
beforehand.
this circle mage if we get attacked. And he's like, I'm gonna tell. I'm willing to do it.
Are we in a
gonna
town, by the way,
tell.
or just like a
No,
It's
this
this
is
it's
a
an inn in the
roadside
middle of the road.
lodge. Yeah,
Yeah.
just a lodge? Got it.
yeah. This is known as the Wayside Inn.
Okay.
So as you guys eventually with that deal struck, Serrana, you make your way in. Sleep eventually finds you. One thing to note, because I don't want to definitely want to breeze past it. A lot of confusion surrounding the king's death.
A lot.
So you feel like, well, maybe we're okay. I
I
don't
think
know.
the first enchanter's putting in the work.
Yeah.
Like there's a
That's
lot
good.
of confusion. Everyone has just differing stories entirely, and some of them seem to be off the wall. So as you guys rest for the evening,
Who's
unbeknownst.
cuddling with me?
Oh,
Me.
Jesus. Well,
Okay.
Serrana. Unbeknownst to everyone except Serrana, you all have a job to do in the morning.
Yep.
Don't say it in
With
the
a
morning.
circle mage. No problem at all.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter.
But as you find a rest, and rest up and dream of what may come tomorrow, that is where we'll pick up next session.
Woo!
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
I hope this guy has some.
I-
paper.
Why is Doran
I
trying
l-
to escape the hazing? That's part of this thing here.
love
You have to
the-
be hazed.
I love the terrible, terrible deal I struck. It's so funny.
It's so great.
Yeah.
Yeah, 10% discount on all of his items at
Yeah,
all
with a
times. It's pretty
circle
good.
mage, and we are like a blood mage from Tevinter, a Dalish that summons a rage demon, and a cleric that is possessed
Hey,
by a
hey,
spirit of
hey,
valor.
hey! Just don't do that.
But that's
Easy.
literally all I do,
What? Then don't.
apart from spirit magic, because
Then
I'm
don't.
either
It is just
spirit
as
or
long as we
blood.
don't as long as we don't get attacked, it's
Yeah.
fine.
Just don't.
Like Isen can choose not to summon Felina.
Also, I wouldn't be choosy with my guards. I'd be like, "Oh, you want to get me somewhere? I don't care what the fuck you do."
Granted, they have no jurisdiction over me, but still, they might.
They're gonna
Oh, I don't-
exert that
You
jurisdiction
don't.
whether they
Yeah,
want
you
to.
don't
know.
have. You don't
I
have immunity.
Diplomatic immunity.
Diplomatic immunity. If they see you doing blood magic, they'll be like, nope, don't like that.
Nope. But
We'll
they're
just-
not gonna lock me in a circle. That's the thing.
Now they'll just execute
They
you.
kill you.
Oh, they would just kill me. Yeah, that tracks.
An Imperium blood mage? Yeah, they'd probably just kill
That
you.
tracks. That tracks.
It's like,
I
oh,
mean, every Imperium blood mage I fought in DA2, I murdered. So
yeah, exactly.
it tracks, right? Yeah.
Listen, you fought all the blood
There,
mages and you
there
killed
was
them all.
there was no judge, jury, and
That was
execution.
all that existed. All mages that had a bit
There
of
was
a
just
problem.
execution.
So all mages that had a little bit of a struggle that's resorted to blood mage became abominations. There was no midway in
And
that
yet-
game.
And yet my hawk was a blood mage, and it was all fine.
Yeah. Well, the one reason why I decided when I made casting a paladin to make him a blood mage is to show, hey, you can do it normally and not be consumed for the most part, is when you start dabbling with the bad shit that things
I
go bad.
wait until we get the Cassius corruption arc.
Oh,
Corruption arc is gonna be delightful.
with his wisdom, yeah, not unlikely.
Yeah,
But
start rolling wisdom saves.
yeah, no, he goes until a certain point, and even in the books, like even I think I don't know who says it. I think it's Dorian that says it. The blood mage is just another magic. The problem is not blood magic, is the lengths that the Tevinter people go to get power through blood magic. Because when you cross that threshold, that's when things start being bad for you. There's a limit where you can be a blood mage safely. It's just that no one cares about it because it doesn't bring you power.
I hope to God that every item this man has is just garbage.
Garbage.
That would be so fun.
Just hot
Hey,
carbo.
Wand of
This is-
Entangle's good.
I
It's,
mean, I haven't seen it, so I don't know. It could be. I personally have no idea. But yeah, as long as
Not
he has
just
an
the
amulet
wand
of
of
health,
Entangle from D&D.
I'll take it.
Yeah, it's
I
just
just
the
hope
Wand of
he has
Entangle.
paper.
Yeah.
Just give me an amulet of health and we good.
I want
Oh.
more of that drink from Dora, and I'm gonna
Y'all
bully
can't.
him to give
Yeah,
me
y'all
more.
can't afford
Yeah,
a
you want more?
amulet of health.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
he has more.
Give me an
Be able
amulet
to
of health
afford
and
an amulet of
gauntlets.
health.
Gauntlets of what Kunari strength or whatever the fuck they're called here.
You want too much, baby.
No, I need my
Yeah.
stats to be good.
Yeah, like with Wand of Entangle, you cast the Entangle spell, and a creature in the area when you cast it has to succeed on a Strength saving throw or be restrained. That's pretty good.
That's pretty good. And
That's
strength saves are
Entangle.
the least common, I believe.
Yeah.
Least common save.
So, anyways, goodbye, internet. I always forget we should.
Bye,
Good.
Internet.
Oh, we're